So, everybody, welcome to episode 4 of the Remedy Podcast. Episode 4. I am Taylor J. Can we start over?
I'm sorry, it's like mad loud in my headphones.
Is it really? You know why? Because it's down here.
You
So
can go back and get it later.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
In the back. Hola, ¿cómo está? Welcome to episode 4
That was a new way to start things.
The Remedy Podcast. You ain't got to switch things up a little bit.
Keep it fresh.
Keep it a little fresh. I am. What else did he say? That was it. Huh?
I don't know the rest.
Okay, well, let me get into the business. My name is Taylor J. I am one of 3 of your lovely hosts here at the Remedy Podcast. You can find me on social media, Instagram, Twitter at A Zealous Voice, and I also have a blog at azealousvoice.com for the successful, stylish, and saved. I also drop a new blog post every Monday with our new episodes, just like a nice little supplemental piece on our Faith Fix segment. So that is me.
And hey guys, I'm Tony Childs. You can find me on the interwebs at The Fancy Friend.
That was fancy. Fancy friend.
You know.
The interwebs.
The interwebs.
Oh, girl. Like,
and then my blog is thefancyfriend.com, a high low mix of feminine style.
Okay, and I'm Nikki C, and you can find me at The Urban Tea on Twitter and IG.
That was a nice little rhyme. You can find me on Twitter and IG
at The Urban Tea. And also, you can find me at theurbantea.com. You can find all your brunching politics and beauty finds, and that's what I'm about.
Whoop, whoop.
Bloop, bloop.
So, you can find us as a podcast on Facebook, facebook.com/Remedy Podcast. We're also on Instagram and Twitter at Remedy Podcast. Make sure you follow us because we be turning up on the Twitter handle. Low key, high key. And you can also visit our website, theremedypodcast.com, where you can learn a little bit more about who we are, about the show. And then also we are on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, SoundCloud.
You name it.
I was waiting for it. So you can subscribe to us. Please leave us, your ratings, your comments, any feedback that you have. We're really appreciating the love that we get via social.
Yes.
So
5 stars.
5 star chicks.
5 stars. We love y'all. Thank you very much. So we want to go ahead and slide into our boss of the week, and I'm gonna alley-oop it over to Nikki C.
Yes, so right now we are going to recognize my dear friend, Jazz Lewis. I want to congratulate him. He just became the youngest Maryland State Delegate representing the 24th District in
Black
PG.
excellence.
Yes, Black excellence. So a little bit about Jazz. He's really great. Like, if anybody knows him, he's just really genuine, just a sweet person. He went to University of Maryland, so go Terps.
Go Terps. I'm repping my Terp gear today in the studio for the second week in a row.
Oh.
Just to know.
Not the same water though, right?
No, absolutely not. But even if I did, it doesn't matter because people can't see it no way.
But now you have to.
Anyway, he used to work for Congressman Steny Hoyer, and he also represents College Park and PG County. And actually, Congressman Hoyer actually went to University of Maryland College Park as well. So he used to be his executive director, and he also worked for Hillary. He was her Maryland political director. So I just want to go ahead and congratulate him.
Yes,
and
congrats.
He deserves all the accolades. He's a really sweet person. I know he's going to blow up.
That's really exciting. That's making history.
It is.
That's really cool.
And he's Black. So that's awesome. Because he's representing a district, well, most of PG is Black. So
Yeah.
it's great that we have someone who looks like us and young.
Yes.
I think he's 26, 20.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah, so yeah.
Yes, he'll be a great voice for us.
Yes,
for the
us
people.
millennials, give me my check. Let me own a house or something. Because I was like making that hard decision recently. Like, should I stay home?
That's the biggest
Because I want to own a house or a condo or something.
Same. It's the struggle. Like, even just when I was transitioning from College Park back to like real life, I was kicking and screaming my way back home. But it turned out to actually be a really good thing for me. So I guess it depends.
House,
I don't have that, but I have a basement, so it's just like closed door, and everybody else, y'all just stay on y'all side and let me be in the dungeon. I like to call it. Let me be in my dungeon.
Oh, jeez.
But cool, congratulations
Yes.
to Jazz once again. So I do have our little icebreaker question for this week. I didn't put it in the notes because I came up with it at like the last minute.
Okay.
But since we're going to be talking a little bit about like the old school music with like New Edition and everything, I want to ask you guys, what music era would you have wanted to be this age in? And I'll go first.
Okay. We already know though.
Y'all know me.
Yeah.
Okay. I would have loved to have been this age when like Thriller was at its peak and Michael Jackson went on tour with his brothers. Because my mom told me that the year that they came to DC, it was at RFK Stadium. And I drive past RFK Stadium every morning. I'm like, Michael Jackson used to be in there. But I mean, that was just, it just seemed like it was such a live time. Because not just them, but you got Janet. Then you have like Young New Edition.
Right.
And the hip hop was like really becoming a thing too. So I just felt like that would have been like a popping time to be 23 and 3/4. At that point in time. I mean,
Okay.
Billboard charts was lit. Even like Madonna and them. Like,
Yeah, she was out there too. Like a virgin.
I made it through the wilderness. Have y'all thought about it yet?
I have, already know.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
You Well, I'm sorry, it's gonna have to be the 90s.
Yeah.
Or the 2000s era.
But a 99 in the 2000s.
Honestly, I would have to push more towards the 90s, like with the Boys to Men and the next, like step back, you're dancing.
Get it with the shoulders, girl. Get it with the shoulders.
And Boys to Men, that's when they started peaking.
They can
too.
sing. Oh my gosh.
And the soul food.
Oh,
Yes,
mama,
soul food.
you know
Yes,
I love you.
You know I love you.
Ooh, you know I love you.
But like literally, like all the lit like 90s, like late 90s.
They had all the groups.
And you gotta think about it too. They had Britney Spears just pop.
Yes.
And I was like little when Britney Spears.
Destiny's Child, like
Yes,
Fresh.
everybody. Like I would have just been like in the parties.
Backstreet Boys,
and
NSYNC.
my brown lips. I'm like,
with your chestnut liner, your
Yes.
MAC chestnut.
that liner and brown lip. I would be right. And then that's when hip hop started like evolving too.
Cash Money.
Cash Money, take no.
Then you got Slip and Slide, like Trick, Daddy, and them.
Even though Trick Daddy can go all the way smooth too. Talking about Black woman, we not gonna go there though. But
And they had the Freaknik in the 90s too,
yes,
right?
I would have been right up freaking with my little hair situation.
Remember they went there on Sister Sister?
Yes.
Butts in trouble. But that's what I'm saying. Like, could you imagine college back then?
I
I would
cannot.
have been all the way.
Oh
to
my
the
gosh.
top.
I love seeing like throwback not videos, but pictures of like our friends' parents when they were in college in like 92, 93. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, dang. Life look, I mean, like my college experience was lit, but that was just a different level, I'm sure.
Lit. They had no rules.
None.
No. Oh, and Spike Lee. What can I?
Are you talking about shoot? With the fraternity.
Oh, school days.
Yes. I don't know why that escaped me.
I don't know why that escaped me too, but that's when like pledge was height. Like we would have saw everything on the ground.
Right? It was all above ground.
All above ground. Better eat that dog food. Shut your mouth.
Lord, help me, Jesus.
Help.
Okay, so this is kind of hard for me because like I don't have like an emotional experience to like old school music because like
Oh,
no,
yeah,
because we grew up in our house. There was no secular music. There was none. So like my parents didn't like play Michael Jackson around the house or like anything like that. Like no, absolutely not. Like it was some forms of like Christian like gospel music I couldn't listen to. Like
So GP, are you
no. I think we did it at our kindergarten graduation, and my father was like, "Mm-mm."
He didn't like Kurt?
No.
He was too close to the world.
Exactly. Okay. It was like Michelle Williams came out with this gospel album. I don't know, like many years ago, and I wanted to listen to it, and they were like, "Isn't she in some pop group?"
Oh
and
my
they were like, "I
gosh.
didn't listen to that either."
Wow, so y'all was listening to like the gospel choirs,
Yes. like
like
Richard
Andre
Smallwood.
Crouch and
Yes.
them.
Okay, for my
Dang,
whole
no
life.
That's
No
crazy.
Kurt.
Do you want a revolution? Whoop,
No,
whoop.
none of that. Okay, that's way too much. No stop. No stop.
My heart hurts,
So,
girl, for you.
So I'm just like,
Melody.
Yes, you could have hit the shmoney off that one.
no,
Like,
mm-mm.
Dang.
Nope.
Tony?
Nope.
Wow.
Little Bow Wow.
Is it? No, nothing.
If she could listen to Kirk, she definitely would listen to Bow Wow.
It was like that. Every year that concert, it was B2K's concert.
Oh, Scream Tour.
I'm talking about going to that, and I'm just like, well, I
Dang, girl.
That was lit. I went. That drug was lit.
I never made it to a Scream Tour, but Bow Wow and Martin did come to my high school, so that was pretty live. That's why you get honor roll. Kids stay at school, get on the honor roll, so you can meet them.
Stuff like that.
Yes, they came. B5 came to my school once too.
What? What school is this?
Wise High School, Dr. Henry A. Wise Junior High School in Upper Marlboro. It's a little ratchet now, but
So I mean, like,
so you don't have any.
I'm just like,
dang. What's your favorite gospel artist from your childhood?
Well, she couldn't listen to Kirk. What you mean?
So it was like really like
Rain on us.
right. I'm like, I don't know,
Dang.
like even like okay, well, never mind. No.
So when did you like transition from that to like getting hip?
Probably in high school to
I'm
the
about to say where
detriment.
they can't hide you no
Yeah,
more.
to the detriment to my father. Right around like the crunk music era.
Oh wow, Lil Jon in there.
Yeah.
Hey, snap
And
your
of course
fingers.
I went straight for like the ratchet music. So
And that's probably how it goes. You just go from like one extreme to the next. Like,
yeah.
okay,
Such
cool.
a Gucci man.
Yeah.
Yeah, my name is.
Tony's probably. Did you go to school dancing?
Yeah.
You was probably popping off at the school dances, girl. We're not gonna go there.
No.
But well, I've never actually like. I mean, I've heard of people who are like PKs who couldn't listen to secular music, but I've never heard of a PK that could not listen to like Mary Kirk Franklin because it was too close.
They didn't like Mary either. No.
Wow.
I remember having conversations about this. They're trying to bring the world into the church.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no,
That's unique.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I didn't.
Well, if your
grow up.
daddy listening to you right now, I'm sorry.
That is crazy because like in my household it was like because I grew up in my grandmother's house, so every Saturday morning 8:00 she got her old school channel blast, and we in the car 102.3 listening to like Donnie Simpson and Tom Joyner, and they playing like all the old stuff. That's just how I grew up.
I don't know who my dad thought he was. He was listening to Silk in the car.
Oh my gosh.
My dad did not care. He said, right. My dad was the worst babysitter, hands down. You know, I watched New Jack City when I was like 8.
That's a classic. No, the way that they got Chris Rock in that movie, it was Chris Rock, right? Yeah, like they like set him on fire or something crazy. His name was like Pookie or something.
Yeah, but they blew his head off.
Yeah, it was rough.
Okay, well, welcome to the world.
It was rough.
So I knew in Devil in a Blue Dress, I'm like, Dad, they got sex in here. I'm 8.
Oh my gosh, no! I remember when I was a kid and Baby Boy had just come out, and my mom was like, "Cover your eyes." When they got to the "I hate you, Johnny" part.
See, like I didn't watch that till college.
Oh wow!
Like,
dang, girl.
Everyone knew all the words, and I'm like, what is?
What is this?
What is this, Negro?
Wow, girl.
What is
Your
going
parents
on
kept
here?
you protected,
Yeah,
girl.
no, like,
Under the shield of gold.
Under. Wow. Well, that was a great fun
Well,
fact.
welcome to the world,
Thank you.
We're glad to have you here. Well, let's segue on into the culture fix. Woo! That was so enthusiastic. So first we're going to get into the most epic music biopic I have seen.
In a while.
Yeah, like, I mean, Straight Outta Compton
Since
was
the
good, but the heartbeat, oh my gosh. I love the 5 Heartbeats.
Yeah, that was good.
I break my neck to get to the TV for that and for the Temptations. Like,
that was good too.
and the Temptations was a mini-series, actually.
Yeah, it was.
Because I think that one's like 6 hours long, but nothing beats the Jacksons. That one was like 10 hours long. That joint was long. But shout out to New Edition for just like resurfacing and having this wonderful, amazing film.
Wow, like everybody was so good.
Everything about it.
Like I was listening
Everything.
to the songs today, and I'm like, whoa, Luke James like hit all of.
And Johnny Gill was like, I mean, he still is a singer. Like
Yes.
he had the best voice out of all of them.
Wait, he just had a sexy voice.
Oh yes.
No, Jesus. Turn you into a woman.
Yes. People was killing me on Twitter with the name. They was killing me. Yes. But shout out to the actors. Brashear Gray from Empire. It was
Looking
nice
like
to
a
see.
snack. All them little
I
snacks.
could not
Little
believe
little
that I was
appetizing
like,
desserts.
Hakeem Lyon actually looks attractive in this. I think once he like lost that haircut that he has on
Yeah.
Empire, it made him look better.
Yeah.
So shout out to
Look at
him.
his lips. I said, I like
Yes,
that.
and his Michael Bivins voice. It was real nice.
Yeah,
you know?
real deep, real sexy.
Then Elijah Kelly. I remember I fell in love with him because he was in Hairspray.
Yes, he's the
Seaweed.
most amazing
Yes.
actor ever. Like,
He cried.
Wait, that tear?
That's here. It was. I felt
priceless.
it. It was real. It was real.
He's an amazing actor. He should really get a Emmy or something.
They all should.
They really should.
My grandmother was like that. He looks like Sammy Davis Jr. And I guess other people say he looks like Sammy Davis Jr. So that should be like his next project.
No, he should do DMX.
You think he could? You want him to be DMX?
If you see his face, like with there was like a picture on Twitter, and they put it up next to DMX, and it literally looked like him.
What? I'll have to
I
look
feel like he
that
has
up.
the emotional range to tackle
Yeah.
DMX. Like you have to have a really good actor to tackle that emotional range.
Yeah. No, when he was on that celebrity rehab show and he just like broke down crying.
Son, he's like, yeah, I had a big girl coming in for the front door. I had a girl from the back door. You thought you were the only one, girl?
No, what I love about DMX, did y'all see the video when he did Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
Yeah.
I thought that was so cute.
I was like, what?
What?
I saw him at Roots Picnic last year. That man still got it. He climbed up on the speaker. I said, you better go ahead, Uncle D.
He got it. I'm mad that I missed him at the Bad Boy reunion. I
He's
heard his set
amazing.
was lit.
He's always lit. He's so good.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to the movie.
So on to the next actor, my boo, who I was about to like risk it all, get in my car, drive to New York last night to find Luke. And I'm not even like a
my
thirsty
boyfriend's sister
person.
met her. Him.
Met Luke?
Yeah.
Did she?
Yeah. But I don't know if she slid in them DMs. I should have texted her and be like, girl, you should
But I've known of him since like 2013 because he's a singer. I love singers. Like
we don't have that anymore.
we don't. So when I like heard him, I was like, I need to cherish him. But then he looks good too. And now he can act.
Too.
And now he can dance. Like what is this?
And his skin just looks like chocolate perfection.
Oh my gosh, he was
You
on
can just drizzle upon me.
Instagram Live. He had like a grill in the bottom, and usually that's not my thing, but it just looks so
Well, she
good.
said, I need a soda.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Luke. Keith Powers. He was actually in Straight Outta Compton. He was Dr. Dre's brother.
Oh, yeah, I remember him.
Yeah, he was in there for all of 15 minutes.
Yeah, 2 seconds.
And broken up
He
segment.
lasted longer than Chris Brown did.
And Stomp the
So,
Poor Chris. He was just trying to just get his hard-headed brother to do the right thing. He was trying to change the world.
He was trying to be him, talk to himself.
He's
a Kermit.
He's a He
Oh my
is
God.
definitely the Kermit in that movie. Stomp the Yard is my movie though. Before Columbus Short went crazy, I was obsessed
Yeah.
over
Me
him in that
too.
film.
His little self.
I knew
Little
I was
baby
at that
self.
point. I was like, I'm going to Clark Atlanta University.
Oh,
I got in, but I
me
didn't go.
too. Me too.
So
When they told me I had to move my stuff out the dorm every semester, I said,
Oh, nah. And then the other two, and I actually don't know who played who, but Algie Smith and Woody McClain. Actually, I do know. Woody McClain was Bobby Brown.
oh, he was good.
He was good.
Yeah.
The champ is here. The champ is here. But yeah, he did. And all of them really did New Edition justice
I think so,
beyond
too.
how they actually looked. Because when they were some little kids, they had some grown men faces.
Yes.
They looked really mature.
Yeah.
And even young Bobby in the movie, he looked a
Yeah.
little.
You said something too.
A little
you said
grown,
something too. I can't remember.
Somebody said that one of those kids was on Stranger Things. I
Yeah,
never
the
watched
one
Stranger
who-
Things.
Oh, that's a good movie. But he was also in another show too. And I can't remember for the life of me right now.
But yeah, they were
they were good.
using their own vocals, and you don't really get that much with biopics because
No.
usually people that play them can't sing no way.
Right.
No, but they all use their own vocals, which I'm very, very impressed.
Yeah, and they started off the week really strong. So New Edition got their star on the Walk of Fame on Monday. Congrats!
Yes.
Long overdue.
Long overdue.
Long overdue.
They-
I wonder if they're
they
in the Hall of
pioneered a
Fame
lot.
yet or not.
They pioneered a lot.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That would be nice.
That would be nice.
The first night, BET. Shout out to BET.
Right.
Yes, because they were doing it. I'm proud that they're finally rebranding themselves. Because my black Jesus.
This was they say that the premiere night, Tuesday night, was the highest ratings they've seen since the game season 5 back in 2012. So it's like, dang, nobody's even watching the BET Awards like that, because the BET Awards have been coming consistently each year.
That's true.
So they might see some hyped up numbers. But Centric was
keep it good.
Yeah, they have to. But they have a new show coming next week, which I'm really curious to see. The Quad.
I'm gonna give it one episode.
Right, I'm not.
Yeah, we'll see.
Like, I was excited at first because
I like the actress. What's her name?
Anika Noni Rose.
Yeah.
It wasn't even that. Like, at Howard, our freshman dorms are called the Quad. So I was like, okay.
HBCU.
And then I saw the trailer and I was like, nah, I don't know.
She a little fan.
I don't know about this.
Did y'all have like the Quad girls and stuff?
Oh yeah, we had our own set team.
Wow.
So,
UMD had a quad too. We sure did.
It ain't like Howard.
Of course it wasn't, but we had one.
Everything you played at Howard.
On our quad, we played volleyball on the quad. We sat on the grass on the quad.
On the quad.
At the PWI.
We'll have a different conversation about the quad. But I was like so excited, and I saw the trailer, and I was like, it's kind of messy. So I'm not really sure if I'm gonna rep this.
It's like we gotta get something wholesome in there, because Mary Jane just be giving you a headache. So it's like, can I get a little something, a little something different? But all in all, with BET, and they showed it on Centric, they got 4.4 million views combined the first night.
That's so good.
BET is coming back to life. Yes. Boom, 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 boom. And then the second night, they got 3.6 million viewers, which is still a lot. Like, it was legit. It was the #1 most social episode on TV that night on both Facebook and Twitter, outranking all TV programs, including cable, syndication, and sports.
Wow.
So, BET is winning off of this. And it drove 12 of the 20 trending topics, including the Betamix, or the Bitamix, the thing that they got with their first check.
Oh, okay. I was wondering what that was. I was like, it looked like a moped.
Is it a bike, right?
No, I think that a Bitamix or whatever is like an 8-track. Let me look it up.
Okay, I thought they were talking about the bikes, and I was like, well, I mean, that's kind of random to give them, but okay.
We're not gonna talk about their mamas and what they did to their sons.
Right.
I don't want to talk about nobody.
I would have rather a check than this motorized
$1.98, child. That's what they got.
That's why reading is fundamental.
Fundamental, and get you
a manager.
$500 up and like, I can't even blame it on like, oh, it's the hood, because Ice Cube read his goddamn on contract.
Well, he didn't read it, but he knew that something wasn't right.
But you know what? He didn't have a contract, so he was like, wait a minute.
Where is it?
I'm eating Fat Burger and you in here eating lobster. Like,
I was just watching that last weekend.
I write all these songs. Like, Eazy-E can't rap.
After I saw that Straight Outta Compton, it just gave me like a whole different like level of respect for Ice Cube, because he was intelligent, he was creative. He left him and wrote a movie.
Yep.
Like, I think he produced it too. You got then you got the whole franchise there. Then you got your albums like taking over, diss tracks popping back at NWA, like, and he was a family man too. Mm-hmm. So it was just, that much. You don't. Right. I want to know where his son at. He. I know.
That's what we need to roll up
under the radar. Where you at?
Does he have a wife?
O'Shea Jr. I hope not.
What that got to do with me though?
You did not hear that from me. That was Tony. That was Tony.
Or your Jezebel.
You're heathen.
You're harlot.
Straight up.
Oh, Jesus.
But yeah, like, all those movies were like that, though. Like, even TLC, they got gypped. Tony Braxton got gypped. Like, everybody got gypped.
Because reading is fundamental, man.
It is. And you just you gotta get somebody on your team.
A lawyer.
Right.
You have to.
A shark. Like, I don't want a lawyer on my team who has morals. I need you to be in there and be fighting for me, because I need you to be all up in their business.
No, serious, and be reading up on that paper.
Because I'm not about to be broke at the end of this.
No.
Like, I told you, work at McDonald's, go sell houses.
You're going all over the world. You are selling albums. You're #1 on the charts above Michael Jackson, and you ain't even get $2.
It's like nothing.
I better not have no regular job after this.
Them mamas, they was trying to get off their food stamps.
I understand that, but their job ain't supposed to be taken.
And that's the thing. That's all they saw was them gold mines.
Right. Exactly. They didn't care about their kids'
and
education.
Them dollar signs.
Nope. Nothing.
And got rid of my boy Brooke. Don't be.
Yeah, we're not gonna.
They dissed Brooke, and then you wanted them back later.
Right.
Exactly.
Brooke was loyal.
They would have kept Brooks. I'm telling you that would never have happened.
Yeah.
It never would have happened, because he would have read, because he actually cared about them. He loved them. But that's what happens when you're just greedy. Especially Bobby Brown, mother. I see where, you know what? Let me stop talking about
But like, this is the actual real mom. These are fictional people.
Yeah, these are real people. These are real people.
Because she really blew me in that movie. I'm sorry. I was about to be like, shut up. Stop talking.
No, but also shout out to Michael Bivins for, you know, wising up and, you know.
Even though he played Boyz II Men like he got played, which I didn't appreciate, but we gonna talk about that another
Boyz II
time.
Men, I love y'all. If y'all ever listen to this, I do love you very much.
Girl.
They were just at the National Harbor not too long ago.
You better
at
stop
the
where they slide in
casino.
them DMs.
Sean is actually, like, I always thought that Sean was the cutest. But he's, like, old now, so.
Girl, they don't care. They
Don't
want you
slide,
to-
don't slide in my DMs. I don't want anyone sliding in my
Bye.
DMs.
They're all up in
We'll
them
see.
DMs.
I don't. Oh, okay. And this is an actual cool fun fact. So the views spiked at the moment when they transitioned their age.
That was the cool part.
I loved it.
Wait, so
when
you
it
mean,
was,
you mean like how many people were watching? It's like
yeah, it said like that it was at the highest level at that point.
Oh wow!
Which-
that transition was
That was smooth.
But it was real
It was
smooth.
real smooth.
I was
It
like,
was real
okay.
smooth.
Somebody compared it to the Lion King when
Oh, bless you.
when Simba was walking with Timon and Pumbaa to Hakuna Matata.
Oh,
He
yeah.
went from like a kid to a teenager to the
Oh, yeah.
full-grown lion. Yeah. Yes.
That's true.
And then, of course, Belle Biv DeVoe had to capitalize off the moment by releasing an album last night at 11 o'clock
That's
Oh,
called
wow.
Three Stripes. I haven't
Are
listened to
we
it.
gonna listen to it though? Is it collective?
I might
I
take a
mean, like
listen.
Poison get the joint jumping.
That was
you
the throwback
cannot-
at the party.
Wait, you cannot have a party without Poison.
Right, that's true.
It was Poison. It was between Poison. Then this is how we do it. Like
Yeah.
they play that song to death.
Yes.
But the funny thing about it, I was watching Montel Jordan's Unsung, and he doesn't sing any of those songs anymore.
Really?
Really?
You have to watch his story. Like his testimony is like
Why
powerful.
is he watching no more?
So he's a pastor,
Oh, what's that matter?
and
about?
he was
That's
just
how we do
like
it.
you know,
That's my old life. I don't
when
do
he
that.
chose
Okay.
between, or I guess he had like a encounter with God, and God was like, you got to let it all go, you know, if you want your life to be better. Because it was like really interesting story. He had to hide that he was married. He got married
yeah.
before he came out. So they were like, you know, the women ain't going to buy your records. They're not going to be
Yeah,
appeal
whatever.
to
He must
you.
have known about these women out here.
Yeah, so
in these streets.
So he said at first he was able to kind of handle it, like going out on the road. He would have to like lock himself up in the hotel room and like be like, God, like get me through this night, because he was like, women be coming to the door, no
I'm
shirts
sure.
on, you know, like apparently Montel was popping back then.
Oh, Jesus.
And so then eventually it turned into infidelity, and she didn't leave him.
See, this is my thing. I'm gonna be at the hotel with you. You got a show? Oh, we
Right.
got a
We-
show.
we got
the
a
thing
show.
about it, where they got caught up, they were kind of in like a greed thing, because she was his manager, and her thing was about him becoming a star and them getting that money. So they put their marriage on the back burner really and put business first. And I think
Come
that's
up
what.
to my husband's house. See what happens to you.
Yeah,
I'll
so-
kill you.
So then after she had a baby, they had a baby, and he did a music video with Sally Richardson, I want to say is her name, some actress in the 90s, some black lady. She was a real attractive lady. And so I guess in the video, he wasn't supposed to get like all touchy-feely because the wife was on the set. And you know, she postpartum, so she's really
Oh,
in her
Lord.
feelings right now. And I guess the video got real steamy, and she just like popped off and was like, I'm taking my baby and I'm going home.
Okay.
So
Well.
yeah, they was on the rocks for a while, but he said after his stuff
I
started
pray
to
for
flop,
my future husband. I swear. I don't got time for this.
his stuff started to flop, and he went to do a show, and he said that I guess it was like an arena for like 3,000 people. Only 7 people showed up. He said that he like did the show like it was a full arena, and then he was like, after that, you know, he just like talked with God, and I think that was his moment where it was like, okay, we're gonna have to humble you.
Yeah, well, that is humbling.
7 people.
God
Yeah.
humbled him, and he was just like, this is over. You gotta choose. So he
Yeah.
chose to,
All
you
right,
know,
well.
leave that life. He sold. Oh, and the IRS came knocking too.
Okay, so rock
What's the real
bottom.
reason? Because really.
That's what he
That-
said.
That
I don't
is-
know.
that
Like, the
is-
7 people would have put me like, I need to get a new.
That is rock bottom.
But yeah, the IRS came knocking. He had to sell all the rights to his
Want to
music.
pay their dang old
I don't
taxes?
know.
Don't know about it.
Wesley.
Okay.
Lauren.
Donald Trump
Wesley.
don't pay no taxes.
Well, he white, so
No,
away with that.
somebody said Because, they be making fun of Wesley Snipes because he, went off to Africa or something. But they eventually caught him. He's back in the States now. But they were like, if Donald Trump tries to get me to use my tax dollars, I'm going to be Wesley Snipes to the BS. I was
we know the rules of the game different for them than us.
Yeah, so... I don't even know how we got on that.
Right.
Because he was talking about the throwbacks at the party.
Oh, yeah.
Poison.
Yes.
This Is How We Do It. Pony by Genuine.
Wait, Pony is my shit. That's when they try to at the end of the wind down where they to go home.
Right.
Exactly. I can't remember if they did any other slow jam besides Pony. I can't remember.
They did a lot, actually. I can't remember right now.
And then they would always do Juvenile,
yeah.
Always.
Slow motion for me.
Yeah, so Belle Biv DeVoe was in our party, so we know a little something about them or whatever. Yeah. But I need to watch it again because I feel like I missed a lot of details.
I tried watching it earlier today on BET.com, and it took me forever because it's commercials every 4
Oh, they have commercials online too?
Yes. And
that's so disrespectful.
It was the same, so they would do blocks of 5 commercials, and it would be the same commercial back to back. For McDonald's McCafe. I don't need 5 McDonald's commercials back to back.
I don't need it.
You know what? They pay for that movie in commercials.
I mean, yeah. Well,
they did because it was every 2 seconds here comes a new commercial. And I'm just dang, we starting to love you, BET. Don't make us regret it.
I was starting to. I was like, y'all starting to piss me
Don't
off.
make us regret it.
Don't.
But yes, so once again, shout out to BET, shout out to New Edition.
Y'all did something right. I'm proud of y'all.
It was really cool to see you guys' story and where you came from, and just the nasty side of the music industry.
Yeah.
It's so great. Oh my god.
You gotta be covered.
In the blood.
In the blood. Cool. So while we're talking about black in films, let's talk about the Academy Awards 2017. They're finally not #Oscars so white.
That's because they're tired of hearing us.
They're please don't protest us this year.
We just tired.
We will nominate your Negroes. Just please come to our show.
But as I've been reading these points that I had pulled for this, I'm just wow, this is really depressing. The first time in Oscars history that black actors are nominated in every acting category.
How long we been here?
The first time.
Ever. And so black actors were not nominated at all in 2015 and 2016. I did not know it was 2 years in a row.
Oh, that sounds about right.
But you had Chris Rock hosting your show last year.
Right. They tried it.
I don't know. Viola Davis is the first black actress to be nominated 3 times. Not 3 times in the year, but she was nominated
3 times ever.
Yeah, in 2009 for Doubt, in 2012 for The Help. Has it been 100 years?
No, it's been
It's been close.
It's close to a century. It's long enough.
Yes. Yeah. That's wild. Oh,
yes, the director of Moonlight is the first African American to be nominated for Best Picture.
That's wild.
I felt like Ava, what's the last name, DuVernay? Mm-hmm. I think she should have been in that category for Selma.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. She got snubbed.
Robbed.
You know who else got snubbed? Even though this was a long time ago, The Color Purple. The Color Purple should have been up in there.
But you know what?
Especially Oprah.
Exactly.
Yes. And Whoopi too, though, because Whoopi's a comedian. So for her to go into that role like that.
First of all, Whoopi's a good actress. Mm-hmm. She's a good actress. I liked her in that other movie with the white daughter. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know. But she did win one for something she was in. I think it was Ghosts or something like that.
Well, Ghost was good. I liked Ghost.
But yeah, these movies these days are really long.
Yeah.
Wait,
they be hitting 3 hours.
Yes.
But let me see what else. Oh, okay. So a black actor is nominated in all 4 acting categories.
Karina.
What's that?
Karina. You never seen that movie?
That's a movie?
I don't know.
I've never heard of it.
1994. That joint's mad good.
I'll have to check it out.
She's in Lion King? Sorry. Whoopi.
Whoopi was a hyena.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
She was say it again. Or something like that. So Denzel Washington is nominated for Best Actor for Fences. Yes. Have y'all seen Fences?
Yes.
Fences, excuse me. My attention span, I don't think was good for that.
Talk about Denzel Washington's son, though.
Oh, yeah. He
want everybody's son.
Right, dang. I'm talking about the acting. That movie actually made me like not like Denzel. Not like as a person, but I'm like, Denzel, you sit down, shut up. You just talking too much. Stop talking.
Well, it's because it's originally a play.
Well, I know that.
It's hard to translate. I think they did a really good job of doing that. I just feel like it's very like emotional.
He was trash
and, like,
in that
triggering
movie
for people.
My uncle said he cried. He said that it reminded him of my great grandfather.
That's what a lot of men say. Like, it reminds them of their fathers and stuff.
And I was like, oh. Yeah, I'm just looking. But I really loved his brother. I didn't know I was looking at his brother and I was like, I know this man. Mm-hmm. I found out he's the uncle from ATL.
Oh, yeah. Y'all can eat one bowl of cereal.
You ain't getting no cutting last night.
That's how getting cut is gonna be me.
Did my daddy house. So Denzel is nominated for Fences.
He deserves.
Ruth Negga is nominated Best Actress for Loving.
It was good.
I need to see that.
It was good. It was really good, and she's very pretty.
She is
very, very pretty.
Mahershala Ali for Best Supporting Actor in Moonlight.
Daddy.
That's what I want to see.
Everything.
You ever seen Moonlight yet?
I haven't seen it yet.
It's really good.
My goal is to try to watch these movies before the Oscars so I can follow along.
You have to watch it twice, in my opinion, because although I'm not...
Is it like a lot to unpack?
Yeah. And because I'm not LGBT, it's like, for me, like, I could, like, register with it, but I feel like I personally need to watch it again. I don't know if that... Like, I'm an ally, but it's just like, I don't... Like, there's so many different things, like, nuances I didn't pick up that other people who I know who are gay picked up faster than me. But I'm like, well, that must be, like, if I watch, like, just a straight black film, straight, like, whatever.
Like, if you had, like, you know, Sally watch Baby Boy with you. She wouldn't get it.
She wouldn't get it. Like, that kind of thing. That's how I felt. So I was like, I feel like I gotta rewatch it because there's like a lot of little details that I really need to pick up. But it was amazing. It was really good.
Wow, I have to see that. Octavia Spencer, Best Supporting Actress in Hidden Figures.
That was a great movie.
Hidden Figures was good. I don't know about Octavia.
Yeah, I thought Taraji was going to get nominated.
Yeah, I don't know about because Octavia was in it, but it's like she wasn't like
she wasn't the main focus of it.
I don't know. I think they're just giving it to her because they had to give it to somebody, and they already gave it to her before.
Yeah, so
if Taraji got nominated, that would have been like. Epic.
I really think she should have.
Me too, but I think that was a snub in its own right.
Yeah,
because like Octavia, I think she deserved it for The Help, but I don't know if she deserved it for Hidden Figures.
I don't think that she made an impact long enough in the movie. Like I'm like, girl,
but
I
think they made it easier so they can easily snub her when it's time to make the decision. I don't know if that makes sense.
Conspiracy theory.
I'm all about it.
That's a good one though. That actually has me thinking a little bit.
Yeah.
So we'll see, but I don't know about that one. Viola Davis, Best Supporting Actress in Fences. She needs to get it because her nose was running.
Okay.
Yes.
Snotty nose, and she was not wiping it. So
exactly. That is acting.
That is real acting.
Yes.
And even just the fact that she was able to just like fake act through the situation that Denzel's character put her in. Like,
right.
Wait, isn't that most of our grandmothers in the South or anywhere who didn't like get divorced?
I know it wasn't my grandmother. She ain't about that stuff. She'll shoot you.
I need your my grandmother, my mama's side, she shoots you, but my grandma on my daddy's side, no.
Like she will.
That's just how the people in the South are. It's just you stay.
Yeah, and they weren't even in the South. They were in Pennsylvania.
Well, they came up though.
Yeah,
right?
He did. I don't know if she did.
Because they was in Pittsburgh.
I know he came from Alabama. I don't remember if she was already there.
The thing that got me for Fences, and I hope I'm not spoiling for anybody, but when he was talking about how he wanted to go and play ball, I'm thinking that he was like his son's age trying to play ball, and he was like 40-something.
No, like of course it wasn't going to work. Everyone's retired by then. You're old. Like,
I'm like, you're really
like, your body
about
is
that
broken down.
That's why I was like, you're talking too much. Just be quiet.
Like most men talk too much
about nothing.
Exactly, about something that just wasn't going to happen. Like it's not going to happen.
It's not.
Just stop.
Just stop.
It's
Stop
okay.
In the name of love.
And then we have Naomi Harris, Best Supporting Actress in Moonlight, which I need to really see.
She's good, but I don't think she'll
You don't think
she'll get it now.
Okay.
It was good though. She played that role, but out of everybody in the category, nah. But it's great she got nominated though.
So, this is the first time that 6 African American actors and actresses have been nominated in total. The previous record was 5 in 2005 and 2007. That's still a long time ago.
Wasn't that Monster Ball year? with Holly?
That was probably Training Day.
Oh, yeah.
Monsters Ball, because that was the same year, right?
Why is it always like black people always only get the Oscars when we play like one?
You know,
Holly's boobs were out, and
Yep.
two, Denzel was a crooked cop.
Yep.
Crooked cop.
That's how they see
I mean,
us.
that was a good movie.
He looked good in
though.
the movie.
It was a good movie.
That's how they see us. They're like, oh, they're in their element. It's
It was nice.
bro.
Jezebels and sex demons.
Yep.
It was nice, I guess, and refreshing to see like Jamie Foxx get it. Even like Monique getting hers for Precious.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I guess, Jamie Foxx, he did a good job playing someone else. And then the other person was oh my gosh, Jennifer Hudson. Didn't she win?
I never remember. I can
so.
never remember. these
I think
things,
she
honestly.
did get one.
An Oscar?
For Dreamgirls.
I think she did.
Oh yeah, because
For Effie.
Beyonce was.
Beyonce, you touch my child. You
She
were in
really
my
thought she was
house.
gonna get that Oscar. I was like, no, boo, I'm sorry. I love Beyonce, but the homie can't act.
She did. Yeah,
No.
Jennifer Hudson did win for Dreamgirls.
Okay.
Which she deserved because she killed
did.
it and she sang.
Yes, she did. I'm telling you.
And you, and you, and you. I was so pressed when that movie came out because like I love musicals.
Jennifer Holiday. Who?
Who that is?
Who that is?
Who that is?
Who that is over
Yes.
there?
And this is the first time that 3 black people have been nominated within a single category. So Best Supporting Actress
was
is
Black
the
Excellence
category.
this year, so.
Yes, so to Viola and Naomi and Octavia and to Denzel and to Marshala and just to all our beautiful black
Yeah.
brothers and sisters. We
Yeah,
hope
she
to
better
see you
shine.
take home these awards. I mean,
Finally.
it's like one thing, okay, yeah, you're nominated, woo, but are you about
And to
to leave with something
to
though?
continue this continue, so
Especially
it
since
won't
it's
just be like.
multidimensional.
Yeah.
So it won't just be like this year we just nominate all the black people and like y'all good for the next couple of years. Like continue to make roles that
And then-
we can continue to be excellent in, and then
Mm-hmm.
continue to see the greatness that we do. It's not just enough to have it this year
Right.
for this. Like this needs to continue.
It needs to, because I mean,
does.
we've been putting out quality
Yeah.
movies,
For a
entertainment
while.
for a while. Even like the Grammy Awards. Like it would be nice to see people other than like Beyonce win a Grammy or like Rihanna win a Grammy. It's other people out here.
It is. It's a couple people who got snubbed for Grammys.
You know?
We're not gonna go there.
We ain't gonna go
Like Music So
there.
Child, he should have been got.
Remember when Trey Songz got mad because he didn't get nominated?
For what?
We thought he should have got nominated for a Grammy. I don't know what album.
Well, Ready was good.
It wasn't ready.
It wasn't
It was
Grammy.
it was past
It
that.
was. I feel like it was good.
No,
though.
no. Listen, the car.
That was Ready is my.
The car.
I think Ready was
listen. I
his
know
peak.
what y'all was doing already. Okay, so. Okay.
We're still doing Ready.
Was this before your time? Was Ready before you stepped
No,
out?
that was high. That was college.
Oh,
That was freshman year.
That was in high school.
Okay, I know about Ready.
That was
was
on
so
that
high
LOL Wiki Face playlist.
Oh, yes.
That was on the-
No, I remember when that came out. I went to a Jay-Z concert. It's my 17th birthday, and Trey Songz was the opening act. So this is before Neighbors Know My Name. Like, the video came out. So Trey is, like, opening the show, doing his set, and he had, like, the video on the back screen, and I was like, oh, my gosh, like, what is this?
This is not what I signed up for.
What's happening here?
I was
Oh,
ready.
my gosh.
I was ready. No pun intended.
And that's when he first, like, came out with the haircut, and he was
Oh,
looking
thank God. He
good.
looked terrible.
Now he's starting to look a
So
little
my
crazy
name-
now, but
But he's crazy now, Lord Jesus.
tripping off some
Tripping
other stuff.
hard.
But yeah, but he did get mad one year, went on this Twitter rant because he didn't get nominated
I
for no
do think-
Grammy.
Kanye, granted, he's crazy now, but he got snubbed a whole lot
Yeah.
of times for some Grammys. Like My Beautiful
Dark Twisted Fantasy. Did
That
Chris Brown get a
production
Grammy
quality.
before? Has he gotten Grammys? I feel like he should. Well,
I don't know.
No,
Not-
people not voting for
like,
him.
not lately.
Even if he made a great album, people are not gonna vote for him.
I just don't remember him ever winning one.
I
Though.
mean,
Me neither.
I feel like at
think
least
he-
his early days.
Oh no, he
should've-
did. He got winner for best R&B album for Fame, which he shouldn't have.
For
because
Fame?
sucks.
Yeah, I was about to
So,
say, I don't.
The debut of
He
yeah,
got a lot of nominees, like throughout the times.
but he did. But he only won one for Fame.
he just won one for.
Well, he probably didn't get up on the stage and accept that, did he? Because I don't remember that.
Me neither.
It might have been one of those ones like they do ahead of time. You know
Yeah.
how they do the black
And
people
they put it at the-
categories ahead of time. and then they tweet out about it and then go on with the shows.
They probably did.
They
for
put it at the bottom of the screen.
And be like, really?
And
y'all?
doing the
We
red
can't
carpet,
we
you
can't
don't even
be
see it.
in your 3-hour-long show.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm cracking up. That is so funny. That was funny. That was a hearty laugh I put up there too. Thank you, Tony. So we're going to save Chrisette Michelle for last.
Oh.
And because I just know that that's going to be a lot to unpack. This one isn't going to be that long. So, as you know, the Remedy Podcast is based in the Washington, D.C. area. And we have a very nice landmark restaurant, Ben's Chili Bowl, which has been around for many years.
Delicious.
And so, anyway, the landmark has a mural on the side. It's on U Street. And on the mural, they had President Obama, Donnie Simpson.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys don't know who Donnie Simpson is, he is a legendary radio VJ in this area. He actually was on the radio, then he left, and then he came back. So he's back here. He was also on Video Soul. So if you guys watched New Edition last night, and they had a little Video Soul interview, he was on that show too. He has like these like hazel like looking eyes. My grandmother's like, I do not like his voice, but he's cool. He's a legend.
She likes the eyes.
Huh?
She liked the eyes, though.
No, she don't like Donnie Simpson. but he's a legendary here. Then we have Chuck Brown, who is on the wall, who is the godfather of go-go. So if you don't know what go-go is, Google it. When we was in college.
Me and Tony are from Baltimore.
I was like, I mean, I guess.
I guess.
Y'all. Anyway, in college, they play the same two songs at the juke joint. They would play the I Found Myself a Clapper song.
That's all you need.
And then Know Me, that one too.
Know Me.
But Chuck had a completely
and the
different
New Impressions
sound.
one too.
They had a few, and it used to blow me like when they would do the roll call, and then I guess people would go up there and call themselves chopping. I'm like, boy, if you don't sit down somewhere, nobody paying you no mind. But they were on the mural, and Bill Cosby was on the mural. And if you guys are like, well, what is Bill Cosby doing up there? He was like a Ben's Chili Bowl
fanatic
enthusiast. Like
he was always there.
He put on for them. So when I first heard the news that they were covering the mural, I thought it was because of Bill Cosby. But it's because the weather has beaten up the mural over the last 5 years.
Oh, Black Jesus, go ahead.
And
they
then,
can't restore it? That's the
no, that mural is fine. They talking about Bill Cosby.
It's not bad. I don't think that is bad either.
It doesn't look bad.
And I thought that it went with the vibe of U Street.
No, the gentrification of U Street.
Yes.
No, Cosby is there.
Right.
That need to go.
That's real.
No, now let's talk about how they're going to trying to gentrify this thing. We're talking about that. So Ben's Chili Bowl basically put a survey on their website asking people to vote for who should be back on the mural. So they're planning to do it in the spring. Well, some of the people on that mural, and I'm like, why are they on here? One of them that I remember off the top of my head is Rachel Ray.
Who?
Why would they put her on the side of Ben's Chili Bowl?
Rachel Ray.
Who?
Yes.
Why would you suggest that?
Listen to this. Nothing. Rachel Ray, they have Common. He has nothing to do with DC.
At all.
Danny Glover is on here. Ellen DeGeneres.
What?
George Lopez.
Who?
Jesse Jackson.
Oh, Black Jesus.
John F. Kennedy Sr.
What?
John Leguizamo. He was in Sid from Ice Age.
Sloth?
Yes. Kevin Durant, which I'm like, okay, maybe.
Okay,
right.
maybe. He's from
Kevin Hart.
No.
What?
Lance Gross.
Why?
Ludacris.
Well.
Gandhi.
Huh.
Ben's Chili Bowl.
Michael Jackson. This is the one time where I'm like, I can't get with it because it's Ben's Chili Bowl. Like you just
DC.
don't belong there.
You're supposed to put DC people on the mural.
Oprah, Prince, Roberta Flack,
Who's
Simone
the
Biles, Stevie Wonder, Terrence Howard.
Wrong! Do not put him on nobody's mural.
He's from Philly, isn't
I don't even care.
Tyrese. I'm like, where'd you guys get these people from? And my grandmother and I were having this conversation last night, and I'm like, if you guys were to redo the mural, first of all, a woman should be on there. They have Dorothy Height on there. So I'm like, maybe Dorothy Height, I could see her on there.
I mean, she was president in CNW. Shout out to all my ancestors out there.
And then they have Eleanor Holmes Norton on there, too. And she's
that's
been representing DC for a
Okay.
long time.
Okay, I can see that one. That's actually a good
Yeah, so
one.
I was like, Eleanor Holmes
honestly,
Norton would be good.
Whoever should be on the
Marvin
mural
Gaye should be up
black.
there, too.
Well, obviously, that's the first one, is they
Right.
should be black.
They
Yeah.
should be black because the owner is black.
Ben Ali. Yes, that's his name. But yeah, President Obama should be up there because
Well, I don't even know why they got rid of the mural. Just paint over Bill
Chuck
Cosby's
Brown.
ugly face.
Yeah, that's all you got to do and put another one.
Who
Right.
the pops?
But yeah, they took the They took the whole thing down. So now they want the people to vote. So I need all you DC folk, even if you're not from DC, please just vote. And
this is just ludicrous.
And vote correctly. Like, that's the gentrification of DC.
I better not see no white people on the side of Men Chili Bowl.
I don't want to see anybody up there who has nothing to do with the District of Columbia.
Oh my God.
Like,
I'll be mad.
I will feel a way about that.
Me too.
I will boycott Ben Chili Bowl.
Wild.
It's crazy. It was nothing wrong with that mural.
Nothing. Except for Bill Cosby.
And, like, even, like, Donnie Simpson, I'm kind of like, I don't know if he should have been up there.
Yeah, but at this point, he already there, so.
Well, he gone now.
Well,
but, yeah, but I think, like, definitely Eleanor
about to go
Holmes
up
Norton.
yeah, what though?
I was about to say President Obama, Chuck Brown, and I think Marvin Gaye should be up there.
Honestly, and I'm sorry if anybody else feels. Actually, no, sorry, not sorry. If you feel a way about this, but if you're not black, you shouldn't be on this mural.
You shouldn't.
No.
Because DC was Chocolate City. But
Can
Yes,
we,
it was.
nothing. We can't even have been.
Why would Ellen
get
DeGeneres, and I love Ellen,
Me
why would
too.
she be on the wall?
Yeah.
Why would Rachel?
Yeah.
Why is Rachel right on the list?
Who are you?
Who put you there?
Who put her on the list?
Oh my gosh!
How'd you get on this
Who
list? You're not invited to the party. Please leave.
No cookout for you.
No, right? No cookout for you.
No chili dogs. No
None.
chili burgers.
None.
No shakes. No fries.
Wrong.
None. Goodbye. So I just had to get that off my chest. I
And you
really
should, because
felt
that
a way
was a
about
hot
that.
mess. I don't got time.
The hottest of messes.
I don't have
Like,
time for that.
it's disrespectful. And for you to, I don't know. Some people should just be a given, but hey, what do I know?
Well, Lord, I don't got time for this. Just pure foolery. I don't have time.
That's all it's tomfoolery.
Tomfoolery.
Tom with a capital T.
Or coonery.
That too. It's a lot of things.
It's just a lot of things.
It's a whole melting pot of just stuff. Ridiculous stuff. Speaking of a whole pot of ridiculous stuff,
Ridiculousness.
let's talk about y'all cousin, auntie, sister.
That ain't my cousin.
She ain't relate to me. Her family not even
No.
talking to
With
her.
her Basquiat skirt.
She can Basquiat her way out of this conversation.
God.
Chrisette Michelle on her press tour.
Uh-huh.
I was cracking up when she was at the Breakfast Club and she was like, I'm making an impact. I'm going to NPR. I'm going to CBS. And
She just
Charlamagne
made a fool
shut
of
her
her.
down. Like, that doesn't mean you have an impact just because you're going and you talking to the press.
That's the one time
Right.
I give Charlamagne his
Right.
I'm like, that was a great point that you had there. But
Not.
so she spoke with the Breakfast Club to, I guess that was her way of addressing the haters and addressing Spike Lee and addressing Questlove.
Spike Lee's still getting this money, honey. He won't
And
care
so is
about
Quest. And she said she would have paid Quest to perform. And
you. She don't got no coins.
Right.
that's why you was there, sis.
Questlove is on TV every day.
Jimmy on the Jimmy Fallon show.
Every
Yes.
night.
Every night.
Okay, we see him working.
Right. And he has a Roots picnic, so you get money from off of that.
Yep, and he was just at Merriweather Post Pavilion at the Summer Spirit Festival. They performed. So, girl,
It's just my question to Chrisette.
Chrisette.
Why does she? Okay, so I know I told Taylor to watch this, but the Michael Eric Dyson Breakfast Club
Yes,
interview,
it was really
amazing.
good. Y'all need to watch
Y'all
that.
need to watch that. So it's so true. Trump only meets with entertainers because, one, no offense to any entertainer, I'm sure they're very intelligent, but you're not like versed in public policy
not.
Exactly.
or any information.
I
So
mean,
he
no
can't-
political genius.
Well, that's
Hashtag not
true.
political genius.
That is the
And she's
truest thing she
trying to capitalize
said.
off of that.
Like, girl, nobody gonna get no t-shirts made. She makes some t-shirts. I'm gonna pass out. But literally, they say like Trump is meeting with people who he knows can't challenge him intellectually
Exactly.
because they don't know all the ins and outs. Like, you're not meeting with Michael Eric Dyson. You
No.
don't know if you
No.
meet with Michael Eric Dyson.
He's gonna
will
challenge
punch
you
the
apart.
crap
out
to
of
the
you.
ground. This man is intelligent. He is well versed in public policy.
And not only that, but also in current events when he was dropping them Jay-Z bars and stuff. I was like, okay.
But like,
Okay.
who are you, Chrisette Michelle? You are not like intellectually sound in
Nope.
public policy. You're not well versed in this. Like, Honey Boo Boo Child, like, it's not because it's a Republican. It's because it's Trump. Like, Beyonce performs for George Bush and everybody else, and there's been other black performers who perform for Republican candidates. It's just Trump
This
is
one.
trash.
It's his character.
This one.
Trump is trash. He preaches
His
hate.
countenance, everything.
Exactly.
For the past
Yeah.
18 months, he's preached nothing but hate. I can be the bridge. What bridge? You better bridge that lace front.
It's
boo.
literally going to be a bridge out of nowhere. Like,
Bridge that
is
lace
he trying to
front.
build a bridge though? Like, Like you're literally going to build a bridge to nowhere because he does not care about you. He does not care about
and
us
then it's
at
just
all.
Like, how are you going to be a bridge for people and we don't even look at you in that way? So I'm not like, oh, thank you so much, Chrisette, for going and talking to Donald Trump on my behalf.
Exactly. How you going to be a bridge and he didn't even shake your hand?
Well,
he wasn't even there. I don't think.
There.
And your family not even talking to you. Was it worth it, sis? Because I feel like the repercussions, like.
Well, she got no choice but to just go ahead and rock it out because you got.
Yeah, but it's gonna end soon because everybody's tired of hearing about her tragic lace front and her fresh out the wig bag. With the bump in the bag.
Brush, not a comb, not a flat iron to that. I was like, this is recorded,
but
right?
What got me when she was talking to the Breakfast Club people. I think she said something like, "Oh, I was a wolf in sheep's clothing. I mean, a sheep in wolf's clothing."
I didn't get any of that.
Because she literally just talks in circles. Like, I felt like she needed to get something off of her chest,
question.
But it's like, this is not your medium. Like, clearly you have.
Hurt.
Yeah.
Hurt. Who hurt you, boo? Who hurt you?
Like, because if you had really felt like this was the right thing to do, like, you wouldn't have to be going on this whole woe is me tour around all of the media trying to, like, be so defensive about things.
She was super defensive.
Right.
I was, like, trying to listen to what
she was like, you weren't watching.
Well, you
wasn't looking.
I
Did you not see my Basquiat skirt?
What does that have to do with anything?
Okay. You probably don't even know who Basquiat is.
So, wait. So I looked this skirt up because I was like, she's putting so much emphasis on this. I don't have, wait. I don't have
okay, I thought you had it on your screen.
Okay. So first off, it is a $1,300 skirt by Alice and Olivia.
I do like them.
I love their stuff. It's a cute skirt, but it's really not for that type of event. But anyway. So it's based on a Basquiat painting called In Italian. And so when she was talking about, like, it shows us being hanged and it shows slaves and people being beaten.
Oh, so Basquiat's face wasn't on this skirt. She made it seem like his face was on the skirt.
It's one of his paintings.
Oh, okay.
So the painting doesn't show any of the things that she was talking about. Like, no one's being beaten on this. It's not showing us being lynched. It's not showing police brutality. Like, it's literally... It's hard to describe it because he does very abstract things, but it's a picture of what people think to be Jesus. And then there's a small one of Paul, and then there's this random quarter, and then it's these random words.
So how are you protesting with a skirt that has to have that much explanation for us to even know what it is?
So
so what makes you think that Donald Trump gonna look at it and be like, oh, she's
making
this statement with her skirt?
Oh my goodness, I didn't know you all felt this way. I'm like emotional. Everybody, this is my African Americans, and they're amazing art. This is the most revolutionary skirt
changed my mind.
Oh my goodness.
Obamacare, let's sign that back in.
I thought it was this skirt. Girl, bye.
It's like...
I got too much on it.
It's too much on it. Like,
all the explaining you just did.
Right.
And then when he was like...
That's smart, so let's start there.
And then she was talking about, like, she was sitting in this room with all of these white people, and this white lady came up and was like, oh my God, that's such an amazing skirt.
Well, of course they're going to say that.
Right. And I'm like, but neither one of y'all know what this...
You don't. And did she take the time to explain to her where her skirt was?
No, she didn't, because she thought that there were slaves and people being beaten and police brutality on a skirt that has nothing to do with it.
I'm rolling my eyes so heavy right now.
These Trump supporters, and bless your heart. Bless your heart. When I was even down there for inauguration, they were like coming up to me because they must have thought.
Not inauguration. She was at the Women's March.
No, I was at.
You were there?
No, not at inauguration, but the day before Friday.
Oh,
DC, not at the
I thought you meant at the inauguration. I'm about to say,
please. So I was at I was in DC on Friday, and I guess they thought that I was there because I support Trump, and I was that one black person. Honey, no. I was trying to catch on the metro to take my black home. So I get on the I'm walking, and I'm like, oh, okay. Do you guys need help? Because they like coming up to me.
Oh, that's so nice.
I was trying to be godly.
That's so great.
I said, let me get touched.
Bless her Lord for that.
Because I was trying to get them off at Capitol Heights. But
everybody was like, oh, you want to get to the Capitol? Get off at Capitol Heights. Get off at Benning Road.
Yep. Hilarious. So they came up to me. They're like, oh, isn't she so pretty? I'm like, oh, they just love. They just thought. And I was just like, oh, you know people from Texas? They're like, oh, Rick Perry. I'm just like, you don't have any idea. I was out here shutting down Chinatown for Mike Brown. I believe the Black Lives Matter, honey. But literally, they if they come up to you, they're like, oh, you that black who love us. You know how to stay in your place. That's exactly what it is. Like, you can stay in your place.
Look at that girl up there performing that song. You better shuck and jive.
Yes, shuck and jive.
Because that's what you're here for.
You're shucking and
like,
you're
that's
jiving.
it. Like, It wasn't
It's
like
not resonating with anybody. It's
exactly.
not
He
even
wasn't
with
like
us.
like Chrisette Michelle. Like I need to have her at inauguration. Someone was like, "Here's a black girl. We need to have her on the stage so we can have the appearance of diversity." Like you're a part of their
You're a
ploy.
pawn.
You're a part of their ploy.
So
And
I
I think
think
that-
Chris Rock there, some like telling some jokes.
That's what I'm
Jokes,
saying. The people who have already been out here vocal about,
Right.
political things, current events, protesting,
My
you
thing
know.
is like, who are you? Because you haven't done it before. So
You
now
Right.
you're
exactly.
trying to
You coming
bridge
out the
now?
cut and you're trying to bridge for
Right.
people. What, yeah, like your track record. Where
has
when does
Steve
that
Harvey
happen?
been? Where has she been? Like, you're not Solange. You haven't been out here. You haven't been Chris Rocking. You haven't been Kerry Washington out here.
No.
Like, you have not been speaking on our oppression. Now you think you can speak for me?
That's what I'm saying.
Girl,
You cannot.
Bye. Girl, bye.
You absolutely have no place to do that.
You know what's
and-
oppressive? Your lace front.
Wait, she got it together on the CNN interview. Though.
She had to. She was on
I was
CNN.
like, oh, okay, though.
Maybe
All
she
right.
forgot that they record on the Breakfast
Right,
Club.
you even pull it up as well. Cute
She might have forgot. But it's just like, Chrisette, girl. I mean, hey, I guess you felt like you did your due diligence. It just
She did
didn't
not.
work out.
No.
But even like what Kid Fury was saying, I was listening to the read today, and he was like, there are people out here who were trying to be a bridge, who were marching in the streets, who have died for this.
Right.
And they still wasn't even able to bridge. So,
How
coming out
are
the
you
cut,
singing
so how
to
you
a song,
finna do
singing
it?
a song to a
Sometimes
person
you
who's not
can't.
even there?
Right. You can't really sing, be there for the oppressor sometimes because they don't care about
They
your
don't.
oppression.
They don't.
They do not
And that's
care
what they
about
were
your
saying.
oppression.
He does not care. And I honestly believe he does not care. He
I don't
did
think
not
so
even
either.
know
No,
that
he
you were there.
At all.
He just needed some entertainment for his guests.
Yeah, right.
And that's where you were.
Yep.
Entertaining the guests. And now you collecting your check.
You better get your fiddle
And he
on.
still does not know who you are.
She's the fiddler
No.
from Roots for real.
And the thing too that kind of had me like a little skeptical is when they asked her, so did you get more or less than $250,000? And she would not say.
She would not answer.
I'm sure she got more than that.
Well, if you listen to the end of the read when Crystal was talking about how she didn't even get what she requested, like they gave her less than what she asked for.
I mean, she.
I don't know, like that much just seemed like a lot for her
Yeah.
to perform a gospel song at the Liberty Ball.
You know that girl
Yeah.
Kaylee on CNN? She was like, "Oh, Toby Keith, I'd rather have her than a Beyonce." And everyone's like,
You saw what's his name? Is it Mark Lamar?
Mark Lamar.
Like what? He started cracking up because that was just very comical. And she didn't even say Beyonce's name. Right?
Beyonce.
She said Beyonce.
She knew
You
she
know her
was
name.
her
You
career.
know her
You
name.
know her name.
Say my name. Say my name.
Even Garth Brooks, he didn't even come. He said, "Look, I know my fan base, but I ain't doing
No.
this."
Nope. He knew
I
better.
can delete everything off Toby Keith. I love me some country music. I gotta get that off my joint.
And
I
that's
can't.
and that's how you just know if somebody is doing it for the check. You just need a justification to collect your check to, I guess, make yourself seem legitimate. Because, like they said, Jennifer Holiday was about to walk in there and she took her butt right back
Right,
out when
she
she
was
found
like,
out
"No,
after she
I'm-
left
I'm
she wasn't
good.
going to be collecting no more
Thanks.
checks.
Nope.
Exactly.
When nobody going to come see her.
Because
Right.
Michelle's career is over.
Oh, absolutely.
When's the last time she released a song?
Well,
Wow.
but now she has a TV show where she's going to be singing.
No political genius.
Sitting down with white single mothers from North Dakota and white single mothers from far, not
On food stamps.
on food stamps, and sitting down with John Lewis and talking to them about things like
About
girl.
What?
I
About what?
honestly don't think that John Lewis is going to be talking.
Oh, he won't.
And
So-
it's not going to be public.
So,
I can tell you that much.
so that's not.
I can tell you that.
that's not
Yeah.
I
gonna
can tell
happen.
you that.
But hey, no political genius. What do I know?
Uh,
What do I know? So, that's enough of that.
So I guess we'll segue.
Yes, so segue. We want to hear about Miss Nikki C's experience at the monumental Women's
Record
March.
breaking.
Yes.
Like, I'm really kind of jelly that I was not
There was a lot of
there.
people though. I was like, when I say
Those are new levels.
when the Metro, when the Metro love to collect their coins, they let people walk out of there
Yeah.
for the free because they couldn't.
I would have been hopping over that thing.
Yeah.
Like, when I
Bye.
I'm telling you, everywhere you couldn't even get off of LaFont. They like skip LaFont because you can't.
Yeah, because
get out.
that's the mall right there when
Yeah.
you come off of there.
Yeah,
out
so
that
they
station.
skipped LaFont. Like, I was crowded on the Metro. It was like packed in there. It was amazing to see that many people. Like, we
Yeah.
all were turned around. Finally got to the stage at one point, but it was amazing.
You got up to the stage?
Well, me and my friend, but it took a while, and then I had to leave because I was like, "Oh, I can't."
Yeah, I'm
breathe.
sure it was a lot of.
No, because one, I wanted to make sure because most of those people weren't from DC, so I had to make sure I got on the Metro before everybody else head back, so I could beat the traffic. Because
Oh,
even
yeah.
driving at 8 o'clock in the morning. No, it was earlier than that. I got to the MARC train at 7 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, because you're coming from Baltimore, so you're not even going right to the metro.
So I went to the MARC, and they were like, oh, there's a line at Penn Station, so you're not going to get on the MARC. So I had to get in my car, drive all the way to College Park. There was a line even at College Park to get in the metro. So I was like, my God. So I'm getting on the metro there, and then I meet this lady actually from Dallas, Texas, and her whole entire flight was all from the Women's March, like going towards the Women's March.
Wow.
She had her aunt, her great aunt, who was in a wheelchair. She had her mom and everything. It was amazing. It was really good. And then I had this woman. So I know everybody's like, oh, this march isn't for us, and like the intersections between feminism, white feminism, black feminism.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I had to check this girl.
Oh, tell us the story.
What's the tea?
Give us the tea, the urban tea.
So literally, I had to take a step back because I almost lost it. So she was she was gay. She was a gay white woman, and she was on the train with me. And she was just like, we're talking about Melania Trump and talking about her accomplishments on the White House page. And apparently,
what are they?
Her QVC jewelry line.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh in y'all ear like that.
Apparently they took it off the website though. But she
QVC.
But I was asking, I was like, did she finish college? And they're like, no, she left to go model. I was like, oh, that's interesting. And so this girl comes in, she's like, I'm sorry to interject in your conversation, but you're not sorry because you interjected in the conversation. She says, I think it's really ironic that we're on our way to a women's march and we're making fun of women.
I just set it off. I'm so happy that you're not in prison, girl, because...
Set it off on the right, girl.
Set it off.
Come on, man. Set it off. Let me tell you. I said, look. Because that's when you know you're a black woman, Mo. You said, look.
Look at
him. I said, look here, honey. Let me tell you something. Let me break it down for you. As a woman, and especially as a black woman, let me tell you something. If Michelle Obama had new pictures... didn't finish college. Her biggest accomplishment in her whole entire life was having a QVC.
I felt that.
I said it just like that, too.
I felt that.
I said, she wouldn't even be first lady. There would be no chance in hell Barack Obama would have won. And she said, we shouldn't compare other women to other women. I said, I'm not.
But let's look at the facts.
Let's lay
it out on the table.
Let me lay out these cards for you so you understand. Me, as a black woman, and you, as a white woman, have privilege. I don't have none.
You do.
I don't have none. I said, the fact that I make less money than Latino women, and I still been here longer, paid my dues, and I still make less. And you mean to tell me I can't compare a woman to woman? Yes, I can. I said, and that's where you need to check your privilege, and that's why there's a difference in feminism. And I said, and this is why black women don't want to join the feminist movement. I literally said it to her. I said, and this is the exact reason. I said, because you can't even see past your own privilege to even make that statement from your lips.
And it's sad. And she probably thought she was chatting you, Bo.
Yeah, she did.
Real big.
She said, oh, I'm sorry if I interjected in the conversation. I'll back out. I said, no, I'm not mad at you.
You here now.
I'm just trying to school you. You came up in the Kool-Aid. I'm about to give you all the flavors.
Look.
You want this grape? You want this red?
Give me that cherry, too.
We got red. We don't call it red. So I was like, the fact that you can't even see how... I don't have that privilege as you have.
Like, this is the literal example of Michelle Obama having to be twice as good.
Yeah.
She has 2 Ivy League degrees.
And they still call her a monkey.
Right. To Melania's nothing.
To her nothing.
Her nothing.
nudes.
Angry black woman.
Like, remember when everyone was like, going crazy because she showed her bare arms in Congress? Like, you...
What?
Yeah, they were like going off. She went to wear
bare titties out to Congress.
The whole thing. We have seen every inch of Melania before she was even in the White House.
And it's not even slut shaming, because I don't care if you have new pictures. But the point of the matter is, if a black woman can't do it, then neither should she.
You shouldn't be able to.
Like, if you're going to criticize Michelle Obama for that, like, y'all got to be criticizing Melania. No.
And I do think it's kind of cool that we have a first lady who has new pictures. I do think it's kind of cool. I think it's funny, hilarious, quite frankly. But the fact of the matter is, if me as a black woman can't do that and aspire to be first lady, and my biggest accomplishment is having a QVC line and marrying an orange buffoon, then you know what?
Yeah, it's just sad. You just have to like watch your step just to be able to at least move up half a level.
And I said, you can't even see that. And you can't even
Right.
see that. It really angered me. So I was like, you know what? And I'm gonna take. And then the lady next to me, she was white from Texas. She was like, I agree with me. Like her. She was just like, she's right. Like, you can't come into the conversation and then you're mad when she checks you, but that is the real definition of your
And
privilege.
that's why, like, the
Exactly.
movie Hidden Figures, like, resonated with me so much. Because it's just like, we are really out here putting our hands to the plow, working hard so that you can look good.
Right. And then we get no acknowledgement.
And it's not
None.
because black women helping white women. Shoot, us helping black men. The fact that I didn't hardly see any of my black brothers out there, but I saw tons of white men out there.
My manager, he's Filipino. He was actually out
Yes,
there volunteering.
and Asians.
Hmm
I was like, oh my god.
He was out there crack of dawn.
I
setting
saw
up.
maybe 2 or 3 black men. And then I was talking to somebody and they're like, well, I didn't think it was for us. Well, the white men didn't think it was for them too, but they
You don't want to go out there and
It
support
wasn't
your
like-
girl. You got a black
Exactly.
girlfriend. Don't you want to go hang out with her at the march?
It
You
wasn't
know,
a-
march with her.
It wasn't a women's only march.
It wasn't.
Well,
It was for women.
It was for women's rights.
If you
But
saw
guess-
that, it was
but guess-
some male speakers up there. Because it was,
Right.
I know it was a black male speaker. He's on the news. I forget his name.
Like, you don't have to be a woman to support.
Because
Yeah.
weren't black women at the Million Man's March when they had it?
I was there at the Justice or Else one,
And
laying
I was
on
there
the ground.
for justice for my ground.
I'm right.
Black women stay always helping other people out and always put ourselves last.
Always.
Yeah.
And at this point in 2017, honey, I'm putting a mission call out to all my sisters. We need to start putting ourselves first.
Okay.
Because everybody else
I
is
second
doing
that
her.
motion. I definitely second that
We
motion.
gotta hurry up and get ourselves together because nobody looking out for us like we do.
You know,
Even our black men talking about, oh, you know what? I'm not even gonna go there.
when you find one, just keep them.
So that was my little say. So let's talk about hell on earth, aka Trump's 6 days.
Like, dog.
So I'm just going to touch on like 3 things today. So I know everybody's kind of scared on this Affordable Care Act thing, and I am too because I don't know what's about to happen.
Right.
So he pretty much ordered the Department of Health and Human Services, after we already paid $5 million for these commercials, to halt all ads and emails so they can diminish the fewer signups and give higher premiums. Also, everyone, you can still sign up. Open enrollment date ends on January 31st. So they have to still cover you for a year even after that. Even if he repealed it, they still have to cover you up to a year.
So
I
please
do-
sign up.
Yes, because usually the dates surge on the last couple of days, but he's halted all.
That's just
Donald
petty.
Trump has no brain.
That's just
It's like a jelly
petty.
bean in there.
And it's just like, well, you know what? I blame Hick America. This is what you did.
Hick
Even-
America.
Because
With my banjo.
y'all did this, so this is what y'all did to us. So here we are. So immigration. So we are building the wall.
He is horrible.
He's
I'm not
already-
building that effing wall.
All right, Vincent Fox.
I'm not building an effing wall.
He already signed further executive orders to restrict refugee admissions and denying visas from certain places, countries, basically Muslim countries like Syria and people who pretty much register as Islam.
Why is he like this?
Well, this is what we got, and he is thinking about placing heavy tariffs. At first, Sean Spicer said that they're going to put tariffs on all Mexican imports. I'm like, so our food? Because we get all our food from Mexico.
And it's 20%.
I want some rice.
And so, wait, I want my bananas. So I'm sitting there
my
like,
Keiko beans.
right. So pretty much, if Sean Spicer walked back like he always does, all the questions. And Kellyanne,
Is
she
he the
said-
one that basically told the press
Yeah.
secretary?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
That that made me
made me
so
mad.
mad. Oh, you gonna let this man make you lie like this?
Oh, he gonna lie on you.
And he's like,
Uh,
he said
and
something.
Trump threw him
He
underneath
said,
the bus,
"This is
too."
the largest inauguration, period."
period.
Oh, because
Dot.
you know when you say things loud, it makes it true.
Ooh, child.
Shaking the table.
Yeah, shaking the table. Now you just shook the table.
Oh my goodness.
So pretty much he walked back on that though and said like, oh, that's just one of the options. But
What one of the alternatives?
I don't alternative facts.
Jesus,
My stomach hurt. Y'all get on my nerves.
I'm like, if you lie to us right now, you lied about pictures, bro. What else you gonna lie on us?
Donald Trump was convinced, like,
You'll have tears in your eyes, Taylor.
cause y'all are funny, but he was convinced, like, you really only talking to the CIA about how you had tens of millions of people. Because from
And
what I could see, it was tens of millions of people
CIA
in front of
was
me.
wrong. CIA was like wrong. No, sir. So I don't know what's about to happen because they're really talking about building this wall, and even Republicans are like, wait a minute, because that's like $15 billion.
I don't got it.
With a B.
With a
over
B.
16 years, but y'all can't afford health.
It's going to be a
Y'all can't afford
16-year
to
project.
Yeah, it's going to
Yeah.
take 16 years to build a wall.
You're not even going to be here no more. What?
Why do you think Bush stopped?
What?
Like, this wall pointless. This wall pointless.
What?
It costs too much.
Pointless.
It costs too much. Even a Republican member who like where the wall would be built, he was just like, this is just stupid.
And people want to say, oh, he's the chosen of God. God don't make no division.
Right. Who?
I saw this image today on Twitter.
What happened to Jericho? What happened to Jericho?
I'm gonna get my horn and we gonna start marching.
Yes. What about Trump is gone?
No, they put a
his 3
picture and he's like in the Oval Office, right, like writing on a piece of paper, and then it's like Jesus is like hovering over him and using his like holding his hand
Was
and helping
Jesus
him
white or
write.
black?
Why did y'all put my Jesus in this?
You don't ever
Jesus
put my
got
Jesus in
nothing
there.
to do with this.
Yeah, they keep trying to say, oh yeah, even it was this gospel singer too. Her name is she white. Her name is not Martha Munizzi, Vicky Yo or something like that.
don't know who
And she was on Erica Campbell has radio talk show, and so she was like, yeah, godliness is back in the White House. I'm just like, okay, but
Maybe it's a different way.
because I'm about to say in one of Obama's farewell
Not my
videos, he
God.
addressed that Jesus is his savior.
Okay.
I don't think you'll probably ever hear Trump
And
say
my
that
thing
Jesus is his
is
savior.
this. Islam means peace. They believe in God. Just like Jewish people believe in God. We all come from Abraham. Yo, just relax. Everybody just take that. Abraham.
Father of the nations.
The last thing is Trump and abortion. So he did the Mexico City policy, but he extended it. So I don't know if anybody knows like pretty much how the term came to be, but they had like this policy conference. Ronald Reagan, of course, where everything
Ronald
stems.
Reagan's just say no.
Just say no. But it pretty much bars taxpayer dollars from being used, but they only did it for NGOs, like non-governmental organizations. Oh, he extended it now to pretty much all United States engaging across the world, like period. So even Bush was like, well, you can still get state aid if it helps with HIV. Trump's like, no exceptions. No exceptions.
Evil.
So
That's the word evil.
Evil.
I have the stats pretty much of, it says in the developing world, nearly 7 million women are treated each year for complications from trying to end a pregnancy unsafely.
That's a lot.
And then also 68,000 women die annually from attempts of doing abortions on themselves.
Jesus.
And even in developing countries like where it is legal, like India and Cambodia, they're just so far away. Even in the United States, like if you go to Mississippi, they only have one Planned Parenthood.
Wow.
One.
In the whole state. That's crazy.
So you have women who, like, abortions, like, okay, you can make it illegal, but it's still not going to...
It's still going to continue.
It's still going to continue.
Yeah.
I just, like, make it safe.
That just makes me think about that movie For Colored Girls, and like Macy Gray was the abortion person, and I think she was like a coat hanger or something like that.
Yes.
And that's, oh my god.
Like, you can pull somebody's, like,
Oh
moved out.
my god.
You can make them sterile. My thing is this,
Ooh.
it has nothing to do with you. This is a very personal
It is a personal
thing.
choice.
And you just should, you know what, let God. Because at this point, that's all the conversation is going to be about. It's going to be that to that person and God.
Yeah.
It ain't got nothing to do with you.
Right, how does someone else...
these
abortion
white
have
men.
anything to do with you?
He had 7 white men around him to decide on women.
And that's something that people have to understand.
Millions of people that have nothing to do with you.
Millions.
Like the separation of church and state thing. Like, I mean, I get it. It's not something. I mean, and honestly, with me being, like a firm believer in Christ, if I put in that situation, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what I would do, because it's really hard to say what you wouldn't do.
Right.
There's a lot of things I said I wasn't gonna do, and I did it.
So I went to Catholic school, and a lot of the girls were like, "Oh, how can anybody get abortions?" I know at least 3 of them who said all that and got abortions in high school.
Yes, like you really.
You don't know what you're
One
gonna
thing
do.
that my pastor said is that we don't know ourselves.
We don't.
We don't.
We don't.
And that has resonated. He said that a long time ago, and that has resonated with me. Like It
My
was
thing
like,
is
wow,
this.
it's so profound. It's so true. Like,
if you would just give medical services with ACA, where you can have birth control and all these other things, you wouldn't have to have abortions. You could get your free birth control and not have abortions. Or
Birth control should be free.
It is right now, but not for long. Who knows how long?
Which is wild. Like, you don't want us to have abortions, but you also don't
want us to have birth control. Where they do that at, sis?
Like, and the next thing you know, they're gonna try to do like China and kill one of your kids because the population gonna get too.
Oh, child. I just think that we just all need to
high.
take a step back and just literally think about the repercussions. Because it's like, okay, so you birth a child, but you don't believe in social services to help that person.
Right.
Like,
ain't nothing wrong with a food
So
stamp.
what quality of life am I going to have and my child going to have if I...
That's what I said.
I mean, like, even if I can't afford to take care of the child, I obviously don't want to have.
So you're just gonna have an unloving, like a child that's gonna probably not be a good person in society.
That you're gonna find in the dumpster, or you're gonna find it left at the fire station.
That's why I told you pro-birth versus pro-life. You're not about the quality of life for all people, honey.
That's crazy.
You're not. That 1%
education system,
and that's a whole nother.
So that's all I got for Hell on Wheels today.
That's exactly what it is.
Hell.
That's what we should call it now that he's a president.
Hell on Wheels.
The Hell on Wheels segment, because that's what it is.
But that's all I got for y'all today.
That was very informative.
Yes, let me pray. I didn't want to do it today, y'all. I was texting them. I was like, man, do I have to do politics? I'm depressed.
But I feel like it's going to be hard not to.
I know.
We were just here a week ago where he was just sworn in, and already all of this has happened.
In 1 week.
In one week. Like I said, he trying to outdo God when he created the earth. Let me do what I can do in 7 days.
Do it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. So, Godspeed be with us all, Lord Jesus.
Pray for us, Lord.
For reals. Okay. So, we're going to jump into the beauty fit.
Yeah, something a little lighter than abortions.
Much lighter.
Much lighter.
No. Change the subject.
Okay, so this week we're going to talk about our winter skincare routines. Last week we did our makeup, but we want to make sure that we have a good foundation for our makeup, which make sure that we are taking care of our skin.
Build on that skin.
Yeah.
Flawless.
Okay, so I'll start. So to take off my makeup at the end of the day, normally I'll use the Shea Moisture African Black Soap wipes. Or more recently, I've been using the makeup eraser.
Oh, I love that thing.
I got it in a box a couple months ago. I got
those for free.
I got the little mini one, and I was like, I really don't know about this. It just looks like a washcloth. Like,
right. Me too. I was there too.
But I don't know. It's something in it.
Where do you get it from?
Sephora.
You get it from Sephora, yeah.
They sell it all together.
You just put water on it and just you just wipe it off, and it's not like
it's not as harsh as wipes.
Yeah, it's not as harsh as wipes because sometimes, especially if I have like waterproof mascara or a liner on, it takes me forever to wipe it off, and then it feels really rough. This one takes it off a swipe or two, and it doesn't irritate your skin or anything. Nice. And then you can reuse it over and over again. So I think it says it's good for up to 1,000 washes.
Oh wow!
Versus rebuying makeup wipes all the time.
It's $19.
Yeah.
Oh wow! I'm gonna have to invest in that.
So that's what I've been using.
I have a new list every week.
I know.
Let me get this. Let me get that.
Because they just came out with the black one.
That's the one I need because I have the pink one, and it's I always got all this stuff
they got
on
it on y'all for $13.99 right now. Oh, they selling at Walmart.
Okay, so
they sell at Walmart.
So we're gonna have to go and tweet out that link because I'm finna go get one because I have the small one now, but I think I want the big one.
Oh, they got it at Walmart, honey.
All right.
Okay.
And then to wash my face, I've been going back and forth between two. Mm-hmm. So I also use the Shea Moisture African Black Soap Bar. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you, the ancestors knew what they were doing with this African Black soap. I used to use it when I was younger.
We used to use it too.
But it would stain the. We had a white sink and would stain that, and it would drive my mother insane with black stuff in my sink. So I stopped using it. I mean, this one has it does have a little bit dye in it, but I'll just wipe it down wipe me
down.
Yeah. So I guess probably about this time last year, my skin was just my whole life was going through it, so my skin was a reflection of that.
Oh.
And my skin was just trash for months. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I have to get it together. I can't have my skin like this.
You can't. It's the first thing that people see.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. It's I can't do this. So I started using that, and in no time, my skin got smoother, got brighter. So every time I feel like I need to do like a reset on my face, like that's the first thing I go to. The only thing I say is it doesn't help with my hyperpigmentation, so I've been looking for a routine to do that. So this one I actually got from Twitter. If you guys follow Hey April on Twitter, she's a beauty blogger. So she suggested the Neutrogena Pore Refining Cleanser, which has these different acids in it. It sounds terrible, but these different acids in it that's supposed to help with hyperpigmentation. Been using it for like a month now. I'm not really sure if I like it or not yet.
Yeah, you gotta give like skincare products like at least a month.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I don't know about that.
Girl, you better get it yourself a serum.
And we want to talk about that because I don't all these new things, I don't know how to use them. But definitely one thing that has changed my skin for the better is my Clarisonic.
And that's the brush. The
Yeah,
brush.
that's the brush.
My
like,
mom has one.
I started using that like years ago, and like literally, I feel like I got like brand new.
How does it
skin.
feel on your face? Is it
And it's
rough?
not rough.
No, they have different brushes.
Yeah, they have
Okay.
different brushes. I use the Radiance one. It's
That's
really
what everyone uses. It's really good.
But literally, I feel like I got like brand new skin. Like my skin like hadn't looked like that since probably before like I had acne as a child. Like, that's so serious
Dang.
it was. So I recommend that. Like it can't. I think they start off at $99 now, but it's definitely worth the investment. I mean,
Yeah.
I've had mine for like 4 or 5 years.
I mean,
now.
if it
They
revives
go
your
on
skin.
QVC too.
Yeah.
They can pay in payments if you want.
Oh.
And then we talked about
Melania Trump.
Get us somewhere else then. And then we talked about this moisturizer a couple weeks back, the Neutrogena Hydro Boost water gel. That's one of my new favorites. I've been using that, and that's one I've definitely been liking. And I was actually on Ulta earlier today, and they have a Hydro Boost cleanser to go along with it. So I mentioned using things that are in the same line because they're
Right.
formulated to work
Right.
together. So I might try that cleanser out since I'm not really liking the pore refining one. Might try that one out to see. I just paid for one and it's almost full, so I don't want to like buy a brand new
Yeah.
one. And the other thing I use is the Rock Eye Cream. So I'm not a big like anti-aging person. I just feel like I'm 25 and black. Like it's not just at the top of my list
But
of
they
things
said
to
23
do.
is actually when you're supposed to start with eye creams.
At 23, I'm behind.
I mean, I don't know. I just feel like, no, like my grandma, my mom, my aunts, they don't all use this. They look fine.
Yeah.
That's
so
true.
I mean,
That's what they say.
So I started using it because I had bags under my eyes. They weren't that bad, but it was just like I was just tired of going in with like MAC concealer trying to like
Yeah.
cover them up. So the Rock eye cream, I talk about this a lot on my blog. Like it helps like within a week, and if I stop using it, like I definitely will notice
Wow,
the
within a
difference
week?
within a week.
Yeah,
Oh.
me too.
So that's
Magic.
something
I use my every
I think it's like it's maybe like $20-$25, so it's like on the higher side of drugstore. But the tube lasts forever, and like as I said, it's very effective. So that's something I recommend as well. And I know masks, peel off sheets, things like that are very popular. So I've been using the Shea Moisture Black African Soap. Like this line,
They have like the paper mask.
No,
Because I just bought
No, I
one from
thought they-
Target.
I think they just brought out a couple paper masks, but this one is in a jar, so it's like I think it's either clay or mud.
So I have
not
a
sure
mud
what it
mask,
is.
but mine came in a package. I don't have the jar because it was on sale at Target. It was like
Oh
buy
yeah,
one, get
yeah,
one
they
on
just
sale.
started selling them at Target.
So I've used it twice, and like when I take it off my face, like my skin just feels so
good.
different.
Like it gets in there, and like it takes everything off. Like my face just feels like it's rejuvenated. So I've
Yeah,
been trying to use
it's
that
good.
like once a week to kind of keep my face from like going back to the point where it was last year. And then during the winter months, I make sure I definitely exfoliate my lips. So I've been using the e.l.f. lip exfoliator, and I definitely recommend that to everyone as well. And then I just use some good old Carmex. I'm just never going to be too
Old
good
school.
for Carmex. Like it works.
The Carmex, the Blistex.
Yes, I mean, like probably right now I have 10 of them in my house, in my car, in my bag, in my coat pocket. Like I will
Everywhere.
not have dry, ashy lips.
I feel that.
We can't do that. No, ma'am.
So for me, I am a strong believer in like triple cleansing. So I use the Clinique Take Off the Day Balm. So it's
Yes,
like a
Clinique.
melting.
You
it's a
got
melting-
Munties.
that discount got monies. So I put that on, and it like literally melts everything, like all my waterproof mascara, my eyeliner, all that gets all up in there. So I use the makeup eraser with that, and I like warm it up underneath the faucet with the water and just wipe it off. And then I go in with my Glossier Milky Jelly Cleanser.
Glossier.
Yes, and so I take that off. It's like a little bit, for the winter, I just like it because it's like very hydrating. And then after that, I go to my Goat Milk Cleanser from Kate Somerville, and that's really, really hydrating. I probably wouldn't suggest it for people who have oily skin, definitely for someone who is combination too dry. And then I use my toner. So the toner I've been using is the Kate Somerville toner. But right now I'm using the Knit Fab Bee Sting toner, and I got it from Ulta. That joint is
banging.
I was like, hey. It's a little expensive though for a drugstore brand though. It's like almost $20.
Wow.
Like, bloop, honey, boo boo chow. And then I go in with my serum. I was using the Glossier Super Glow. They just came out with serums, but then I ran out, and then I'm starting to use the Peter Thomas Roth Vitamin C one for my hyperpigmentation, so that's been helping really, really a lot.
Quick sidebar. Anytime I hear Peter Thomas Roth, I think about Peter Thomas from Housewives.
Oh, wow. Then I use my eye cream from Fresh. It's the black tea eye cream. Helps with your under eyes. I'm not going to tell you how much it is. It's really a lot. Okay. Definitely. But it lasts like for months. Oh boy, it's some coins. And then I use the Josie Maran face butter in the day, but during the winter. And then at night I use the Boscia, I'm gonna butcher this name, but it's Tsubaki oil, and it's really, really good. It helps with balancing out my skin because I get really oily on my forehead, and if I don't do the oil treatment at night, I can tell because I start to get really, really oily. And then I exfoliate my lips and my skin 2 to 3 times a week. I use the Glam Glow exfoliator for my lips, and then for my skin, I use the Walnut Scrub from Ole Henriksen. I like that one a lot. And then I use peels 2 to 3 times a week, light peels. Either the Neogen, like I told you guys before, the lemon peel, or the Dr. Dennis Gross peels if I'm feeling bougie. Or the M61 peels from Blue Mercury. Those things are amazing, but also if I'm feeling bougie. But the Neogen peels, I would suggest if you are trying to start off with peels that are light and definitely for hyperpigmentation because they're $27 versus the Dr. Dennis Gross ones, which are like $16 to $75, and the M61 peels, which are $20 for $10, and then way more above that. So I would start off with that.
Cool beans.
Yes.
So I have the basic girl routine. Okay.
It gets there, though. I was basic too with my stuff. So
like I said, like the latter half of last year is when I just really started to get into skincare and makeup stuff. Even though I should have been on skincare a long time ago because I was struggling. I was one of the proactive kids trying to get it together. I use Clean and Clear. I use everything.
Clean and Clear is like the worst. Yeah, you know that was it.
Yeah, so right now, I'm thinking about switching actually over to Cetaphil makeup remover wipes because I use the facial cleanser and the moisturizer. So just like keep it all in the family. But right now I have these, I forget who they're by, but they're like these avocado oil makeup remover wipes. They smell good. Like I love avocados.
Me too.
It's great. And then I use the Cetaphil facial cleanser twice a day, so in the morning and at night. And then I have the moisturizer with the SPF 15.
Yes, SPF.
Yes. So St. Ives, I moved away from the apricot scrub. And I actually went to Target and I was looking for a new one. And they had one that was like green tea or something like that. But it was for like redness. And I was like, I don't get red. So I just got this oatmeal mask. You know, I don't get, and if I do get red, it's a problem, like a serious issue. So I had a St. Ives oatmeal mask. You still trust St. Ives? Yeah, I do. It's the apricot scrub, not. I don't know, man.
I was about to say,
it's the apricot scrub. I'm gonna be like my grandma. It's fine. So I do that about 2 or 3 times a week, especially when I'm wearing makeup. I've only worn makeup one time this week. I've been looking busted, disgusted all week long. But yeah, I usually you do the mask when I wear makeup, and then I actually ran into the Shea Moisture African Black Soap Mask, like Tony, and I love the way it feels. I'm gonna go back and get the jar. Like it's worth it. Okay. And then I use Burt's Bees is actually like my go-to for like
I do like them. They do smell good.
Moisturizing. And then I have a little EOS thing. But I'm kind of skeptical about EOS because some
That
people
long
got
too.
Yeah, that was gross.
It was
like cold sores or something crazy.
Right.
So
I don't know.
I take it with a grain
different.
of salt.
Yeah.
With a whole grain of salt, but I do like Burt's Bees.
Yeah.
It used to be this thing at Bath and Body Works. I forgot what it's called. It's like something Bigelow, and they have
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yes, and they
the
had
bars.
They do. Yeah, I know they have really good lip.
I just go in there to buy
exfoliators.
candles and hand.
Them
wash.
candles.
I get them on sale, honey.
I got them when they had the $8 sale.
Yes, the 3 wicks. That's when you need to go up in that joint.
Yes,
Real
like my
nice.
room was smelling so good. I was like, I need to redecorate it so it can match the smell. Like
I know. I decided to finally unpack my room, so I need to do that. Because I thought I was going to move myself right out. But I need to buy this house. I need stuff.
God, I'm with you. We need to hold each other accountable because I'm trying to next year.
Me too. Oh,
But we'll see. You hear us, Lord, on
yes.
So cool. So we will include, I guess, some of our favorites
Yes.
in the newsletter. Because I know that people have really been, like, receptive to,
The skincare.
the skincare and, like, the beauty recommendations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So if that's what you like, we'll keep it coming.
Yes, I'm going to get y'all these peels because everybody be suffering from this hyperpigmentation.
Yeah, like,
My whole life.
I feel like I get a new spot every week. It's
Yes,
just like...
my whole
so
face right here
annoying.
used to be so bad and finally starting to go away.
Mine are starting to fade away a little bit too, so I must be doing something right. Thank you, Lord.
Drinking
But,
water, Monty.
I've been drinking a lot of water too. Actually, a lot more than I'm used to.
That's
I'm
good.
trying to wean myself off of juice because I was a juice kid. Like I don't want nothing but juice. Minute Maid fruit punch to be exact.
No.
I hate when I go to the grocery store and they wipe out all the flavors. All they have left is like orangeade and limeade. And like the grape one. We don't want that. I want the tropical punch. I want the fruit
Right.
punch. The cherry limeade.
Oh, no, honey.
Give me all that.
All that.
So, let's move on to our final segment.
Yes.
Snatching all your edges and getting your lives in order.
What?
In the Faith
Okay.
Fix.
What?
Okay. So, this week's title is Bout That Action. And I call it Bout That Action because are you about that action or are you just lazy?
Ooh.
And so we are coming from 2 Thessalonians and Proverbs. So, you know, Proverbs is the book that's going to just get your life in order.
It does.
It'll tell you about
It
yourself.
will check yourself.
So in 2 Thessalonians, it reads, somebody is honking and they need
Right.
to turn it down. Turn it down, okay?
For this podcast. That's what. This podcast.
If the remedy don't trust you, we gonna shoot you. Bang, bang. Anyway. And now, okay, so let me read. And now, dear brothers and sisters, we give you this command in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Stay away from all believers who live idle lives and don't follow the tradition they received from us. For you know that you ought to imitate us. We were not idle when we were with you. We never accept food from anyone without paying for it. We worked hard day and night so we would not be a burden to any of you. We certainly had the right to ask you to feed us, but we wanted to give you an example to follow. Even while we were with you, we gave you this command. Those unwilling to work will not get to eat. Yet we hear that some of you are living idle lives, refusing to work and meddling in other people's business. We command such people and urge them in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ to settle down and work to earn their own living. As for the rest of you, dear brothers and sisters, never get tired of doing good. And then Proverbs chapter 10 verse 4 says plainly and clearly, please make sure that you hear this. Lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bring wealth.
Okay.
So, where are your hands? And so I actually adapted this from a devotional that I read this week from Dr. Charles Stanley, who is like one of my favorite pastors. It's so funny how I got to even like him. So he's in Atlanta, and he's like this 80-year-old white man. And my grandmother used to watch him on TV. And so I walked in the room one day, and I was like, who is this white man you watching on TV? But then one day I sat and I listened to him, and I was hooked ever since. So in the devotional, he mentions that there are 3 types of lazy people. The procrastinator,
Well.
the excuse maker, and the time waster. So, and there's scripture for each of these. So for the procrastinator in Proverbs 20, chapter 20, verse 4, it says, the sluggard does not plow after the autumn, so he begs during the harvest and has nothing. The excuse maker, from Proverbs chapter 22, verse 13, the sluggard says, there is a lion outside. I will be killed in the streets. So basically, I can't go out there. I can't do nothing because I'm going to get hurt. Basically making an excuse. And then
sounds like the people from the Women's March, honey.
And then the time waster, Proverbs chapter 6, verses 9 through 11. How long will you lie down, O sluggard? When will you arise from your sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest? Your poverty will come in like a vagabond, and your need like an armed man. So when I look at the three types of lazy people, I can admit that I have been all of these.
Absolutely.
Yeah, me too.
A lot of the time.
Yep.
Especially the procrastinator.
Yep.
Like, it's
I
just
think
like,
that's all of us.
and I feel like, I don't know what's worse between being but see, I feel like the procrastinator and the time waster probably goes hand in hand, because, you know, you procrastinating, you're putting things off, which is
Right.
wasting time. And then it's not even just your time, but it's other people's time. And honestly, if you are someone who is lazy, you're self-absorbed.
Huh.
Have you ever thought about it that way?
Have not. You
No,
me
me
neither. Break
neither.
that down.
You gotta break that down for
You're
us.
self-absorbed. When you're lazy, it's all about me and what I feel like doing or what I don't feel like doing. So even if you are the procrastinator or the time waster, you're not taking into account, like we said, other people's time or what other people may need of you, because you decide that you don't want to do it, or you don't want to deal with the situation, or you don't feel like getting out of bed in the morning. And it really does something to your personal testimony. And I mean, where did I put that note? And your credibility and your influence. I feel like all those things go hand in hand. So if people are like, you know, what's a testimony? You know, your testimony is your story, but it's also what makes you credible. Like, if I see the way you're living your life one way and you're saying your testimony is this, and I'm not seeing that, then I'm gonna be giving you the side eye. Like, what?
Yeah,
like, what are
your
you talking
ethos
about?
is
Yeah,
kind
it's not measuring up.
of, right. I never thought of it that way.
And I was like, wow, it is a self-absorbed thing. You know, this really completely blocks others out. You know, if you're at work and you have a project and people are counting on you to meet that deadline,
And you being like, oh, honey.
because you don't feel like it.
Right, then you take credit for this.
And then you become an excuse maker and try to justify it later.
Oh, man, excuses are for the weak, honey.
Tools of the incompetent.
Mm-hmm.
You have to find a reason to point it to somebody else
That's how
or
you know you're
something.
When you start making excuses, that's how you know you're an
just
adult.
do
You have to.
Because I was always that person. Even when I first got my first job, I used to make excuses. I'm like, what am I saying right now? Like, I sound stupid.
And you just think it sounds so smart.
Right.
You do.
No.
You're like, you know what? Own up to your mess. Own up to your part. And just move on and be a grown-up about it. I never thought about that part until, like, I started getting older. I'm like, all these goddamn excuses. I just hear myself talking. And I just sound incompetent. And then it lowers down my credibility because I'm just making up all these excuses. So then everybody's going to be like, oh, Nicole, the one who makes all those excuses.
Right. Instead of just doing it.
Just do the job.
Yeah.
Just because somebody won't do it, okay?
Like I said, it ruins your credibility, and nobody's going to trust you to do anything for them. Like,
Yep.
why would I want to have you do a service for me, and I know that you're not about to follow through?
That's very true. I'm not about that life.
You're not about to answer my phone calls. You're not about to respond to my inquiries. You're not about to do nothing. But then when you come back later, oh, you know, so what, so and so happened, and I had to do this and I had to do that. Like, nobody wants to hear that.
Nobody wants to hear this. So where's the work, honey? So where's the work?
Right.
We want to see results. And
I've been sick and I've done stuff in my bed with my computer in my lap, coughing up a lung.
you got to do what you got to do.
These
So
bells, honey.
that's why I'm just saying, like, are you about that action or not? Is it that important to you that you're just going to cough up that lung
You're right.
while you typing up that paper because you
People
know
respect
that
you after that.
you know what I'm saying? You have to
Because your word is your bond.
It is.
Mm.
Michelle Obama said that.
Yes.
First.
And then
She
Melania said that after. She
After
sure
she took
did.
it-
Your
took
word is your bond.
Your word is your bond.
But also, you can't be negligent and then expect God to bless you or anything that you are doing.
Honey.
How can you expect? See, that's the thing. That's the thing about God. Like when He says that He's going to do something, He's gonna do it. Sorry, y'all. I got distracted for a second.
That's very true, though.
He's going to follow through. Like the word says, God is not a man that He should lie. And I mean, yeah.
But He's not gonna follow through if you're not about to put in the
That's
work
the thing. Why should He?
Like, honestly, testimony time, y'all.
Tell it.
This is my story. So pretty much, like, I got off the campaign trail and I was like planting all these seeds, like when I got off, and I was like, man, I feel like nobody's answering my emails. None of these jobs that come through. Nobody's interviewing me. Literally, my inbox has been flooded. I said, yo, that's nothing but God.
Mm-hmm.
That is nothing but God. Now I have like all these people like, oh, interview with me. And like in a week's time, I'm about to get decisions. And I'm just like, man, this is nothing but God. But you know what? It was nothing but God and hard work. Because I planted those seeds. I had a
We've been talking about this in church. You have to
plant those seeds.
You do.
You can't just sit there and say, oh, God's going to handle it. Let me step back. You got to plant the work too, honey. Like, you can't just be saying, oh, God going to handle it. Like, those people in church is like, oh, well, you know, I'm not going to go out and march or do anything else because God's going to handle it. No.
And it's so funny because even in this devotional that I read, like he was just saying that that's not a good mentality to have. No. Like, it's, and another thing that my pastor was telling us is that God is like a if you, then I type God. Like, it's a scripture in 2 Chronicles, and he's like, you know, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray, I'm paraphrasing, then I will hear from heaven and heal their land. Like, you know, you have to do your part. And that's just with any relationship.
Right.
I think that's like the first model of it, so that you can also extend it to other people. Well, okay, if you do a good job, then you'll receive this. If you blah, 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 then, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, yeah, you can't just sit around and twiddle your thumbs.
Right. I'm not going to say all millennials, but I think something wrong with our generation. It's not all of us, but I think a lot of the kids who are younger than us, they think that they deserve everything.
My sister.
Deserve everything. And don't.
Oh, we'll just call her out of the podcast.
No, about my sister.
But they, like, don't put no action behind anything. Like, literally, when I graduated, everybody's like, how did you get a job?
I applied.
Before that, like, I was going to all the internship fairs. I had 2 internships my final semester. I was going to all the, like, little meet and greets. But all y'all were doing was sitting there twiddling your thumbs, going to Cornerstone, getting drunk. And then you mad because you still at home with your parents, but you didn't get no job and weren't going to none of the interviews or none of the job fairs. Like, you got to put some work.
And then it's like, also, if nothing was really coming your way, like for my story last year, I actually just hit a year at my job.
Congratulations.
Thank you. When I graduated, I didn't have anything. And so, and it's, you know, it's hard to find a job.
Yes.
So, you know, I'm putting in applications and stuff. But then at the same time, I was also in a time of 21-day fasting. And I dedicated, like, those 21 days to me just really trying to get quiet before God and seek Him and, like, just give Him that one petition. And a week before that fast ended, I got a job.
But that's what I'm saying, though. Like, people don't want to put in this work and do the work. I think also it was like a video that was played that said, like, you know, maybe because growing up everybody would get a trophy for participating, but I don't really believe in that. Like, I'm gonna tell my kid, don't get no goddamn on trophy for participating. Like, you participate,
you need to make an impact in there.
Like, you're gonna lose. There's gonna be losers and there's gonna be winners in this race, but you gotta make sure you the winner. But that's like all by teaching. And I think that's a lot of kids these days. Like, they just get accolades like, oh, you did a good job. Okay, you get a cookie and money. No,
that's not enough.
No. You did good in school. Oh, because you were supposed to, not because like you doing me a favor. You doing yourself a favor. My dad used to still says this to this day. He said, "You don't owe me anything. I did my job as your dad. What you owe is to yourself." To yourself, because
it's like I got everything I need. I got my money. I got my car. I got food on the table. What you got?
His convertible BMW stunting out here on these haters. I was like, he got what he wanted.
That's
he said,
all.
You don't owe me. You owe yourself.
And that's good advice. And I mean, that's so true. You know what I'm saying? Like, what else do you have?
Yeah, but Lord Jesus, these poor children.
That was real deep.
Lost lambs.
They are, but it's just, I mean, and it's just, I don't know. the participation thing just like really got to me, because that's just really how it is, the complacency. And I just feel like also lazy people are people who are complacent. You don't want to put in that extra work to get
take
somewhere.
jobs that you think deemed lower than you. Like
somebody gotta do it.
Somebody gotta do it. Like my thing is, you waiting for a job, right? Just go into something else. Do something else so you can get some money into your pocket.
Because it's not gonna get handed down, especially in this administration.
Oh, the federal government got one to ponder, because most people not gonna have jobs after this, or not getting hired, or
which is wild.
Yeah, getting a freeze. So you better get your little side hustle that you've been putting off for a while. You better get to getting. Keep it pushing. You better get to getting, because I mean, even me myself, like I said earlier, lazy bum. I have let stuff sit for a whole year.
Mm-hmm.
It getting automatically taken out my account month to month, and I'm doing nothing with it.
Mm-hmm. You're just like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
this is money.
This is
Chipotle extra guac chips in the soda.
It is though. It is.
Just Dr. Green. It extra double meat.
Like you're only going to receive from doing well and from doing your best. Like you can't expect nobody to applaud you, like you said, just for doing the bare minimum.
Right. And I think that's the problem too. I think we need to stop applauding people who do just the bare minimum in all of our relationships within ourselves, our relationships romantically, and with friends, especially romantically, but we'll get to that to another time, honey. But like letting this guy do the bare minimum, honey, or this woman or whomever do the bare minimum.
Just because you're not used to
right.
that, maybe you just got to set a higher standard for yourself in every area.
Around.
You know what I'm saying? Like hold yourself accountable first.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I mean, and it's okay to do it in small steps. And I have a part down here where it's just like, how can we get ourselves on the right foot toward being more diligent and more about that action. And I would say, just tackle one thing at a time. Because, I mean, I have different areas that I need to work on. Like, I feel like the biggest area where I've seen improvement is just, I guess, like my professional life and like in my career. So, really getting a little bit more involved with work, and even putting this together. This is
right.
This is
work.
Oh, this is work.
This is sacrifice.
We could be a happy hour.
we could be a happy hour. We could be sleep. We could be doing a lot of things.
Yep.
And it's just like I care that much too, and I feel like I owe it that much to myself.
Anything worth having.
It's worth working for, and it says in the scripture, if you don't work, you don't eat. So if you're hungry, you better do something with them hands.
Hands, honey. What did it say? My nun back in middle school used to say, give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. Teach a man how to fish, he'll eat for a life. But that's real, honey.
Yeah, so you got to get real with yourself. Like, really evaluate the place that you're in right now, and what is it that you're struggling with. Right now, my problem is making my bed in the morning. And it might be very minuscule.
That's nice. I've given up on that.
No, but they say, that's something that you can just start your day.
Yeah, it's
something very small
it
that
literally
can be
doesn't bother
big.
me at all.
It bothers me because sometimes during the day someone will come in my room, and I don't want nobody to be thinking that I look dirty and nasty.
Because you'll make your bed, I don't
Yeah, but they say that's something small, but then you'll start paying attention to more things besides just making up your bed in the morning. You'll go into other things into your life.
I feel like I don't take enough initiative in the house.
No, me neither. In which I told myself that if I'm really going to move back home, I'm going to actually unpack.
Yeah.
Just the life I'm living. I'm going to paint my room over again.
And that's just like, if you're faithful over a few things, then you will be given many things and greater things. If I want to be able to move into a house next year, then I need to treat the house that I'm living in right now as if it were the one that I own.
Right.
I'm just trying to develop that mentality because I feel like that really helps. Even with this, we're starting off small, but I would hope that, one day we're nationally syndicated or something like that. So I'm going to give making Oprah. So it's like I'm going to give this the absolute best that I have, and not only just because of where I want to see it going, but because it's serving a purpose for other people too. It's just like if we start falling off the radar, people probably going to forget about it, but that would be kind of selfish to take something back that we put out there for
in the world.
Yeah, for those who and
look forward to it.
And it makes us look horrible.
Yes, it does.
Absolutely horrible. Like you start something.
Is shot. They'll be like, "Oh, you remember Taylor and the car?" Tony.
They thought they had that popping podcast, and what they doing now?
Nothing.
Nothing.
You now want to be known as a person who
they had them popping
can't
pictures
finish.
and you can't do nothing about it. Lord Jesus, honey.
And I just know, like, some people probably really do struggle with being committed to some things, but hey, you gotta do something with something.
You gotta be about that action.
You got to.
Isn't that a song?
I don't know.
I think it's a lyric in a song.
No, I feel like it's a club music song.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know nothing about that.
I'm gonna save y'all from my singing, but
Let's see.
You about to look it up, but yeah.
Marshawn Lynch is about that action gets remixed.
Oh Lord. But yeah, I just think that this is just a really important thing to think about. You know, as we've just been trying to encourage y'all just to live your life on fleek, top notch, building.
Yes. Yes.
You know, and just being great all around, like sharpened. Yes, in every aspect of your life, professionally, personally, spiritually, in your relationships.
Yeah. And everything you do, make sure you have intention.
And somebody's watching you. Like
whatever you say gets put out into the world.
Yeah.
The littlest things. The littlest actions.
And you want the next generation to be something. You're gonna have to be something for them to look at. I mean,
if you wanna be somebody,
if you wanna go somewhere, you better wake up and pay. I hope I sound decent.
That's why I did not join. I know I sound terrible.
I hope I sound decent. I'm trying to work on it. I was in the church choir for a short stint, so one time they gave me a solo, y'all. It was horrifying. I mean, you know, the church people gonna support you, but I was
sing, baby.
horrified. Yes,
sing, baby.
They will hype you up.
Let's sing for the Lord.
I will say though, by the second verse, I was Beyonce on the stage. I was feeling myself by the second one.
Oh, jeez.
That's why you gotta build each other up. Give your people some confidence. You never know where it could take them in the future.
But really though.
Yeah, so I challenge you all with this message to be about your stuff. If you say you're going to do something, do it. I feel like that's just the worst thing. Your word, like you said, your word is your bond. That's all that you have when it's all said and done.
Literally in this world.
And you don't want to be the person that people cannot count on, because it's just going to make you feel terrible on the inside.
Right.
Like, I really sometimes feel away when I, like, say I'm going to do something and I don't, and then I end up disappointing somebody. Like, that's just not.
It's heavy on my heart.
It's very heavy. And then no telling, you know, how it might affect that other person too.
Or your relationship.
Yeah.
Forward.
And you just have to really just get used to the idea that, I mean, yeah, you're given a gift, but we're to serve one another. And that's when you get more fulfillment. And also, like, the rewards of being diligent, you know, not only will it bring you success and not just monetary success, but you feel good within yourself. Right. You're able to live with yourself. Like, there's nothing worse than not having a sufficient amount of confidence, right, because that affects everything all around. You know, you have your credibility. No one could say anything against you. And I mean, if you see people out here, not everybody, I guess, is meant to be multimillionaires and billionaires.
No, for sure.
Yeah, nobody's meant to do that. But I mean, you would even just have the life that makes you comfortable and beyond. You know, if you're doing right by your family, you have a peaceful home, you know, doing right by your friends, you have solid relationships, you know.
I agree.
So, I mean, it's a lot that goes into it, but it's all about that action.
That action. You about it or not?
Are you about it or not? So, this week, you know, I just ask you to just
be about that action.
Be about it. Is you about it?
Or no.
Yeah, just look at those little places that you have to just start with. Something little, and then just work your way up.
Yeah.
You know, if it's just getting to work on time.
Oh, honey.
That's the place to start.
Yes, it is. Because when you start being late, you know they already labeling you as that person who's always late.
Yeah.
And if you black, it's even worse, honey.
And don't think you, since you don't have to, like, clock in, that you might be off the hook.
Nobody's not paying attention to you. Man, you know.
They be looking.
Water cooler talk.
They be looking.
They definitely do. They definitely do.
don't get caught off guard. And even like with your appearance, like I was too lazy to get up this morning. And I feel like I mean, y'all probably like, oh no, you don't, but I feel like I look busted today. So,
was your outfit on fleek?
No.
Oh.
I just threw something on this morning. It's casual Friday, so I was like, I'm not feeling it. I want to be comfortable, so I just threw on whatever. But yeah, like even that, because you never know who you're gonna see outside. Right. So yeah. So that's the word. That's the word. That's the word. That's the word. And I'm definitely going to have the supplemental piece to go with this. Yes. So read it at azealousvoice.com. And I believe that that wraps up our show this week. Oh, I'll tell y'all this like quick story. So on the way here, I was at McDonald's because I was hungry, right?
Oh, the devil's food.
So it was $2.50. McPick $2.50. So I'm pulling up, and I look over to my right, and there's this Impala with a sunroof. Guess what was sticking out the sunroof?
What?
A Chucky doll.
What?
I almost lost it. I said, Jesus, what's that? What? It was a Chucky doll hanging out the sunroof. And nobody was in the car. So they must have
Yo, Chucky driving?
Oh my God.
They must have closed it. So he was in between the glass and the thing.
I don't know. I think it's Chucky.
The wind was blowing, right? So his little hair was flying.
She's really dying.
I wish I could have seen it. It was horrifying, but it was funny at the same time. Because I'm like, you really ride around with this Chucky doll hanging out the sunroof of your Impala.
Gangsta grills.
It was kids in that McDonald's.
Well, like Chucky too. What you mean?
Chucky, he was scary until the guy a little further in. The first one was a little creepy.
Well, I mean, it was creepy to be honest, but
yeah. All right.
But yes, don't forget, guys, we are taking questions at info@theremedypodcast.com. So
send us an email.
Yes, if you have any questions, you want us to answer any questions, we are going to start doing listener letters in probably the next 2 to 3 episodes. So.
Yes. Oh, yes. Please send in your questions because we're going to have some fellas in here.
Yes. And for Valentine's Day.
Yes. And so please send in your questions for them.
Yes, that would be great.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, and don't forget to rate us.
Rate
us.
5 stars, no less.
No less.
Or I'm going to come find you.
You better Uber us, except we are the good Uber drivers.
The good Uber drivers. I got the snacks in the back seat, got the water, got the chargers for the Android, for the iPhone.
I got the aux cable.
You got the aux cord.
Yes.
And if you need a Bluetooth connection, I might consider. I'll open your door for you, too.
And follow us on social media at The Remedy Podcast.
Woo!
We got you on Twitter, IG. Come on now.
Yes.
Come down, sweetie.
Subscribe so that you also know when our new episodes get on iTunes. And we have a newsletter. So if you want to hear what our favorite things are from this episode, subscribe to the Fix List. Hashtag the Fix List. That is us.
Oh, and when you listen, guys, don't forget to hashtag us at Get the Fix.
Get your fix.
Get your fix. Get your fix. I'm going to check myself.
Girl, I'm about to give you your fix up in the studio. And also follow us individually. Yes. I am Taylor J at A Zealous Voice.
I am Tony Childs at The Fancy Friend.
And I am Nikki C at The Urban Tea.
And we will be back next week.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.